We also have the area member where the petition has come from.
So, my name is Mutunga Cosmas. I represent the people of Emali, Mulala, including the petitioners.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Okay. Waziri and team.
Okay, good morning, Chair. Yes, we are a team of officers who have joined me. I request them to introduce themselves.
Good morning. My name is Mashinani, Sports Officer.
Good morning. My name is Charles Mulala, Chief Sports Officer.
Good morning. I'm Sylvia in the sports. Collis Mutu, Chief Officer, Sports.
And I am Engineer Johnny, the assistant in charge of sports. Thank you.
Petitioners.
I'm Chairman of the board. I'm a council member. I'm a council member.
My name is Joseph Mwambi, Captain Emali Spikers.
My name is Abednego Mutuku Mulemba, Volleyball Federation Secretary, Emali Subboard.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Kimandi Charles. I'm a former chairman of the Emali Sports Council and the coach for baseball team, and also a patron of Emali FC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Shadrach Momo, coach Municipal Angels.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Nicodemus Chalo, Vice Chair in Games.
Good morning. My name is Norman Mutuko. I'm the athletic representative.
Morning.
Morning.
I'm Dennis, Chairman of RAP.
Are you Dennis Mutuku?
Dennis Gendi.
Kendi?
Yeah.
Three names? You have three names?
Dennis Gendi Bandi.
Bandi. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Joseph Kenya, the sports chairperson, Emali Mulala Ward.
Okay. Before we continue, Joseph Charles, are you part of the petitioners who signed the petition? Kimani Charles, so Kimani.
Charles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Were you one of the petitioners?
Yes.
Did you sign the petition?
Yes.
What's your name on this list? Because I can't trace your name.
Kimandi Charles.
Okay, I'm going to have to read the names that I have here. Shadrach Momo, I've heard you. Abed Mutuku.
Who's Abed Mutuku?
And then there's somebody, Lazema Kaloki. Lazarus.
He has not come.
I propose you, maybe you can take the identification document.
Okay, we'll do that. What about Sami Maweu?
He's outside
Has
here.
not come. Dennis Kioko. Mugambi.
Yeah.
Winnie Mudeu. Juliana Omondi.
She's on the way.
Dennis Mutuku. Dennis Mutuku. Purity Mudeu. Jane Wambua. Patricia. Winnie Sami. Dominic Mudale. Joseph Koti, who has not raised their hand. So you were not part of the petition?
You are part.
But you didn't sign?
Maybe you were doing sign you were not around. But The initial petition was signed. The initial.
Who is the initial?
Was the copy you are referring to received by the officer of the clerk?
Which one?
The one we are looking for.
Yeah, I did send it.
Okay. Please share with us that copy where you have signed.
Because we cannot continue with the strangers who are not part of this petition.
Chair, I'm concerned.
Yes.
They mean they have not signed, and they sit to listen but not talk. Are they bad by any law?
No, they are not bad.
Yeah.
We just want to be sure that the people who are here are the people who actually came up with this petition.
The real petition.
All right.
Yeah. I'm advised that technically, if you are not part of the people who signed, you're not allowed to be part of the consultation.
Madam Chair, I have an objection. Now, still this part of the petition began here in the process of impeachment. So they have been part and parcel, and they have been testified even in those committees, including the director to deal with the sports. So it is something which began before, and even they contributed in that petition. And there's no way they can be denied the opportunity, a golden opportunity to testify.
Maybe the best we can do is allow them to sit through, but not take oath. Not take oath and not speak. Yeah? Because even if we kick them out, they will still see the live proceedings. So they can just sit there, but they may not speak. Okay?
Kindly consider my plea.
Are they part of the people who are speaking?
Yeah, they're part of
Then
the
they
people.
should have signed.
But the process has been very complicated because even ever since before, there have been parties who have been meeting them, they've been contributing all this. This is again is the form that they also signed as part of the impeachment and also the petition.
The problem is, the problem is a petition becomes legal when received by the clerk. So the people who sent the document was received by the clerk is the legal one.
So through the chair, it's also good to understand, yes, you petition even for the dissolution of the council to other entities in the county. So purely the document you can rely on for now is the one you bring to the county assembly. Another document you have been trying to pursue to us now is not admissible. Yes.
Yeah, for matters of procedure and legality, maybe you can have the front page with those who are part of that petition. And you have the rest just behind them.
So that you can proceed.
So that you can proceed, because it is a matter we can't argue, it's a procedure.
But I believe everyone in this
But
group
he's here,
understands
there
what
are some names you have skipped.
Which name?
There's no one here. Where is he? I'm wondering.
No, it was red.
Norman, I've ticked Norman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
The people who are here is Shadrach, Abed, Norman, Mugambi, Jane Wambua, and not Joseph. It's a different Joseph, not this.
Joseph Mudanji and Dennis.
Yeah, can those ones sit at the front?
Yes.
So that they can take oath. So that we continue first.
of the form.
Okay, it's okay, you can just so yeah, oath will be administered very fast.
Madam Chair, we can't get a table. We are really struggling.
There's a, you pull something from in there.
Yes, come on, sure.
Pull it out. Hapo penye umeinua.
Let us sit, let us sit.
A small table.
Go, show them. Show them on.
I, Ambrose Kisoi, do swear that the information that I shall give before this sectoral committee on gender, children, youth, sports and social services shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
I, Sebastian Choni, do swear that the information that I shall give before this sectoral committee on gender, children, youth, sports and social services shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Clerk, when they are swearing, let's us see where the Bible is, the word Bible is written.
I, Nicholas Mutua, do swear that the information that I shall give before this sectoral committee on gender, children, youth, sport and social services shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
I, Charles Mugoka, do swear that the information that I shall give before this sectoral committee on gender, children, youth, sports and social services shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Change.
I, Lucy Kanu, do swear that the information I shall give before this sectoral committee on gender, children, youth, sports and social services shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
I shall not
Face forward.
Sorry. I Shadrach Momo, I do swear affirm that the information that I shall give before the Secretarial Committee on Gender, Children, Youth, Sport and Social Services shall be truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
I, Abednego Mutuku Mulemba, I do swear, affirm that the information that I shall give before this secretarial committee on gender, children, youth, sports and social service shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me.
With the right hand.
Tumia Kiswahili.
Sawa.
Itamchanganyilia.
Kuna moja ya Kiswahili.
Mpea mwingine utamwandikia na
Kiswahili ni lugha ya taifa.
Jina yangu naitwa Joseph Mugambi.
Sio hivyo.
Mimi naitwa Joseph Mugambi Madhenja.
Na hapa ya kwamba
ujumbe nataka kupeana
kwa hii kamati ya jinsia
na hii kamati ya kamati ya jinsia watoto wanarika
michezo na huduma za jamii itakuwa ni ukweli mtupu. Hebu Mungu nisaidie.
Mungu nisaidie.
Hapa kunaandikwa Biblia, paangalia huko kuna kama.
Sema mimi
pindua.
Kwa na haraka tulia.
Pole pole.
Kwa na haraka. Shika hiyo ingine.
Shika tu atakwambia tunasoma.
Umpeleke tu pole pole.
Haya, sema mimi Daniel Kendi na hapa ya kwamba ujumbe nitakaopeana katika hii komiti ya jinsia watoto wanarika michezo na huduma kwa jamii itakuwa ni ukweli mtupu. Mungu nisaidie.
Do swear that the information that I shall do before this sector committee on gender, children, youth, sport and social services will that hold true and nothing shall be so
I, Norman Mutuku Musyoki, I do swear, affirm that the information that I shall give before this sectorial committee on gender, children, youth, sports, and social service shall be truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you. We shall go straight into the allegations. We were of the opinion that we go through one allegation, give an opportunity to the petitioners to substantiate, and an opportunity to the department to respond. And if there's any query from this side, we shall shoot it at that time. So we go allegation by allegation. So the first allegation is that the citizens of Kenya concerned draw the attention of Makueni County Assembly to the following. 1. That during an athletics public participation exercise held in November 2025, the athletes should have been guided by the ward's sports officer, but this did not happen. What do you have to say? Who's going to substantiate?
I'm going to substantiate on this. Okay. Yeah. First, let me begin by saying the public participation is a very important exercise, very crucial for the entire ward. Because even the money that you go to do public participation, it is something that teams, they have sacrificed to go and allocate the money. They have fight for. Then we have the sports officer, who is mandated, who is charged with that the process is done well. Come that day on 25th, when we had the public participation, she came in the morning with the interns. She said hi. She said she has a very busy schedule.
Sorry to stop you at that point. Is it a ward sports officer or the sub-county sports officer?
We're talking about the sports officer.
Ward or
the sub-county.
Sub-county.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
So that particular day, she came with there was the intern. Then she just said hello. She argued that she had a very busy schedule to attend, and she leaves everything to the intern, who I believe they don't have the vast experience to be able to handle the situation, because here we are talking about 2 million that was supposed to be guided so well, and you are giving that delicate process to a person who has never done it before. Then after it began, all the process now, the intern was just there reading, a little bit timid, lack of confidence, no composure. The chairman, the imposing chairman, is the one who took over.
Pardon?
Who is in our presence?
Pardon, you have said what?
The imposing chairman. He imposed himself. When I talk about imposing, he imposed now in the process of public participation, assuming the role of the sports officer.
Who is the imposing chairman?
Yeah.
Who is the imposing chairman?
Here I'm referring to Mr. Kinudia.
Okay.
The sitting chairman.
Yeah. Kindly use sitting chairman. Don't give him descriptions, because we are going to render that unparliamentary. Don't describe him as imposing or the impeached or the.
Sorry for that. I didn't know that imposing could be
just
offensive.
call him the sitting chairman.
Yeah.
Because
when I talk about imposing, I just assumed the role. That is what I meant.
I'm saying that because
it was not in bad faith.
In the raw petition,
yeah.
we have seen some adjectives attached to the chairman.
Yeah.
Kindly don't use those words.
Okay, thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
But also for other members who are here, we also need some decorum as we address members.
Yeah.
Sure.
That is common understand when we are here.
Sure.
When you're outside, you can use any language you wish.
Sure.
But when you are here, just address every member here with some decorum.
Sure.
We listen to you.
Okay.
So
maybe through the chair before we leave that word. Can we know why he's using that word?
Yes.
Is he not the elected chair?
I've used the word imposing because it is now about, I'm talking about the process of petition. He was now, I assume he is imposing himself now as the sports officer in that moment. Because now he was taking us through now the process, of which is not supposed to be like that. That is what I meant. It is not in bad faith. It is not, it is just on a light note, not in a bad faith. I've no ill feelings on him. Yeah, so imposed in that duty. That is what I mean.
Okay.
It is in good faith. Yeah, it is in good faith. No malice.
Before we come to that point, you know, the chairman of any sport council knows the duties and the roles of the council in the budget making. Because in the budget making is the chairman of the committee who requests on behalf of other youths for the funds. So he cannot impose himself. He can't. And if he can impose it means that if it's imposed, it means that he or she was not elected. And so during wait for a minute. During any public participation, every department is represented on that express for allocation of the money for each department. If it is water, there is water officer. If it is roads, we have the road engineer who convinces the people to put the money for the same. So the word imposing, I don't know how to say.
I think we need to move on from that point. Yeah, we have asked him not to attach any adjective to the chair. Let us just
no matter how he came to be the chair.
Yeah, then we can give the department
yes.
the opportunity to respond.
Okay. So let me continue. Allow me to continue.
Yes, please just stick to the point of PP was done like this. I think you have made the point.
I've not finished. You know,
what my concern was, depending on the matters behind it, what is the best time for each and every item?
You know, these items don't need much substantiation because you're saying during the public participation exercise held in November, there should have been a sports officer to guide. You're saying you expected the sports officer to guide. We want to hear from the department what is the structure or what is supposed to happen and did what you're saying happen. That is all we need to know, so that we can establish if the allegations are true.
Then we move
And if they were in regulation, in line with the regulation available. I think you have made the point clear.
You can't mention because the word imposing. There's something I was trying to explain.
Excuse, through the chair, it said that there was an intern who was left with the team.
Yes.
To process everything. I wish we could get the information from, the responses from that intern. Alternatively, if she's not around,
the officers will tell us
the
that is what
officers will
happened.
tell us what
And if that
happened.
is the regulation.
Yes.
Yes. I think you have made yourself very clear, and the department can now, whoever is responsible can respond, so that we move on, because this is a very long petition. Kindly.
Okay, thank you, Chair. We want to respond to that part of the petition, and maybe just to clarify, the chair of the council is a co-convener. In fact, the sports officer is just a member and supports the council. Otherwise, the chair is rightfully the chair of the such gatherings. Thank you. I want to request Chair, the director, to give that response.
Thank you, Chair, and honorable members, and the rest of the members. On that particular day, the sports officer was presided over and guided the public participation exercise, ensuring that all proposed allocations were properly deliberated upon and duly recorded in the minutes in line with the approved public participation breakdown. In her capacity as the co-convener with the chair, she led the discussions, and in her opening remarks, she sensitized sports stakeholders on the public participation guidelines, including the use of approved budget breakdown template. You remember we have a template. She further guided members to freely engage in discussions and articulate their needs by key stakeholders, including county administration officers at the ward level, the ward development officer, a representative of the honorable member of the county assembly, and the municipal social development officer, thereby enhancing coordination, inclusivity, and accountability in the process.
Chair, we have we want to submit the annex just for that response. We have the WhatsApp invited the members for the meeting from the chair, and we have the minutes of that meeting. We want to register them as evidence for that.
Thank you. Was it in order, or does she agree that she left, because allegation 2 and 3 and 4 are almost about the same thing.
Yeah, probably we can handle it.
Yeah, that she left an intern in charge, and if that is in order.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Maybe so that we do not go back, you can handle 1, 2, 3.
And 4. And 4.
4.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that all our response is clear. Yes. So, Director, please.
Thank you. On the allegation that the sports officer appeared technically at the beginning, left and came again in the evening, the following: the sports officer successfully concluded the public participation exercise, which was attended by the sub-board administrator, as stated. Before her departure, yes, she left, but before her departure, the officer effectively executed the key agenda on public participation and also facilitated discussions on other matters of interest to stakeholders, including team pooling and preparation of fixtures for the upcoming season. Upon conclusion of the public participation session, stakeholders broke into federation-based groups to deliberate on the fixtures, as well as to review and customize rules and regulations specific to each discipline. The officer thereafter proceeded to another official assignment at Kwakakulu CTTI, where a sports day and a skills development activities were underway, aimed at promoting player exposure, talent identification, and nurturing grassroots sports development. Number 3, the allegation that an intern was was given the daunting task of managing the exercise, leaving the process under the control of the council chairman. We respond. We acknowledge that Elijah Mutisia has been referred to as intern is officially attached to the department in Kibwezi West office. Government interns, of course, are duly recognized and are assigned responsibilities and appropriate supervisions. So at the point of departure, the officer left them at federation level. The main agenda was done. At the time when the sports officer and other staff excused themselves to attend the sports and skills development day at Kwakakulu, the intern was formally delegated the responsibility of documenting the proceedings of the breakout sessions. And during these sessions, the various federations were developing the fixtures as well as reviewing and formulating discipline-specific bylaws. Allegation number 4, that the sports officer neglected her responsibility, a clear manifestation of incompetence. We respond that the sports officer undertook the assignment of the day with the dedication and professionalism, providing effective leadership, guidance, and sensitization of the use of the budget-making template. The officer also ensured proper documentation of the day's proceedings. In the execution of our mandate, the officer works closely with the sports committees and key stakeholders, including the local administration, ward development officer, and the municipal social development officer. The sports officer oversees sports activities across all the 6 wards within Kibwezi West, the sub-county, guided by a structured weekly plan aimed at ensuring coordinated, inclusive, and impactful sports programs for the residents of Makueni County. It therefore means that out of the 6 wards, the public participation was done effective according to where we stand. Thank you.
Thank you.
We also wish to provide these 2 documents in support of our response.
Thank you. I wish to ask the petitioners. Before the petitioners, you've said that Elijah Mutisia is an intern. Is that an intern or an attaché attached to the department?
Is a volunteer.
A volunteer.
Formally attached to the department as a volunteer.
Chair.
Madam Chair, let me respond.
Chair. Out of just curiosity, by the time the sports officer left, you are saying there was the ward administrator, there was the municipal social development officer. Did they all live together, or some officers were left at that venue? Was it?
The director? Yes.
I think they had all been invited to Kwakakulu.
Then, the next point.
Yes.
Why then did you plan to have similar activities, the sports day at Kwakakulu, which is nearby, and then the same day of public participation on sports?
The activity at Kwakakulu was not on our organization. Yes. So the invitation letter that we are presenting came from Kwakakulu inviting the sports officer.
Kwakakulu what?
The school itself? The school?
Yes.
But the school is also managed by the county government of Makueni. How could it be a different event without your involvement?
It was a different department. And then
It's just coordination of government functions, because now that confusion might have made this guy to complain. Because, sorry, the sports officer left, maybe, the ward administrator left, the social development officer left, and I want to confirm, and the MCA was in that Kwakakulu, which was now, which attracted more importance in terms of government administration. That's why they had to leave, but it's also good going forward. Let's plan well so that those issues don't arise. That's my take, please.
well noted.
The process that was left, you're saying the ward admin left and also the SDO left, and you left the intern, the volunteer, to document. So there is no decision that volunteer could make. Just to do a documentation of what is happening, right?
Chair, since the officer is on oath,
Yeah.
I can give her an opportunity to
Yes,
respond
please.
to that.
So clearly what really happens during the PP, we execute all the mandate to the committee because they all know during, as they compare the previous season budget with the current budget, they know where they have felt challenges during the implementation of the budget and where they feel they need more allocations. So as an officer, you don't dictate, you just give them time. Also in terms of the breaking of the cash awards, they also know which teams need more allocations than which other teams. So as an officer, you are there just to oversee.
Chair, sorry, Waziri, you know, even if you're an overseer, we are talking about the public in that meeting or delegates from wherever, together with the council. The council is probably the one on top of things. They ask the delegates, what do you feel about this? And they don't have to agree. In case of conflict, who is going to resolve the conflict? Because there's a conflict between council and delegates. None of them can rule. There has to be someone or an authority who can guide the resolution. So if you leave it to a volunteer, how will they act on behalf of government?
Yeah, I think we note your concern, and we can see the coordination that you are asking that we needed to do. Probably what the officer did, I think they regarded the participation on the money as the main agenda, and once it was done, they left the delegates to deliberate on fixtures.
Yes. The issue of money was done.
Yes.
By the time she left.
Not really. Can respond.
According to that day, the issue of money, our officer did not went through. We as the players, we did the allocation of money. Apart from the officer was not there.
Chair, were you in agreement in tabulation of the entire figure?
What lines?
As the beneficiaries of that fund, were you in concurrence?
Allow me to respond.
Yes.
Yeah. You are not in, because it is something we asked, because she, in fact, it's like she commissioned, then she went. Then she came at around 6, when even already the process is done. I remember there's because the budget is here, I remember there was an issue which needed a lot of clarification, which took time, about monitoring and evaluation of administrators. That is a key point where we spend much of the time, because it could not be understood, we had to wait for her. But I believe, according to the guidelines, kindly Chair, make sure we get a copy, a printed copy of the Mashinani guidelines. The work of the sports officer, it is well deliberated there, and we can still confirm on the same. I can see this, the allocation, like the sports council, when you read the guidelines, no council should exceed more than 100,000. That is the rule from this committee. And here, it was allocated 120,000 because she wasn't there. If maybe she could have been there, she could have directed the process. But since the sports council, that money, they believe that it was about convincing, they allocated them extra 20,000, of which it is against the rules. It is what it is capped. It can't go beyond that. But we see here, and exactly this is what happened.
I think we will talk about the allocations in another allegation.
Okay.
But it is clear that she left prematurely. I don't know at what point she left, because according to the director, mambo ya pesa imekuwa finalized. Now you are just doing fixtures. You don't agree. Do you have evidence as to what
we are the
you're
witness.
saying?
I was there.
What evidence can you give us that she left before time?
Madam Chair, I being the witness, because it's something even I asked the chairman when the meeting was on, why has she left? Because previously we have been having sports officer. Even sometimes they used to tell us, and that is according to the law, that this exercise is very delicate. We have to be there. In fact, even they used to reschedule. They say it cannot begin, it cannot take place when we are not there. Previously, because we have had 2 of them who have already left in the previous financial year. So when she came and she left, we were surprised. I remember even asking the same. But the chairman told us we can still continue, and people said let's continue, of which it was against the rule.
No, thank you, Chair. There is something which the honourable member was raising, which I didn't get it clearly from what they are saying, because I can't remember his name, but there is something he was asked by the honourable member, which we need to move forward. Because you want to a confirmation. What did they disagree? So that we move on.
Chair, this was my concern, and maybe because he has previously indicated that they went well with the budgeting, and as beneficiaries the share was good, as per him. What I want to hear from him is whether that part of distribution of the resources went on well. That is what I wanted to hear from him. And 2, because I had representation in the meeting. You know, you can't be at every other meeting. I didn't get complaint. That is my word. Because a complaint must be raised instantly, so that you can act upon immediately. So from him, now not you, can you respond to this committee? Were you contented with the tabulation or the distribution of resources at that particular moment?
No.
Why were you not contented?
Because there was some teams which were allocated whereby they do not exist.
Can we have that evidence or the minutes
I
that
think
were
we are
on the
I
vote
think
lines?
we are going too fast. Right
Okay.
now
Madam
we are
Chair.
on allegation number 1 to 4.
Madam Chair.
Hii
Inakuja baadaye.
Madam
Let's
Chair.
conclude with this matter.
The
so that
issue
we-
is, at what point did the officer leave? And they are disagreeing. Do you have evidence?
I'm a witness. I was there.
You know, it's your word against theirs, because we were also not there.
So I've come here to testify as a witness and part of the process, because I always attend as a coach, and even it's something that I raised during that
And
time.
what was the response when you raised it?
The response, they say, let's continue. There's nothing we can do about it. It is the day it has been planned. Let's continue. But it continued with the hiccups, because even I remember we finished the meeting almost around almost 7 in the evening.
She left at what time?
She left. In fact, the meeting began. She was there at around 11.
Meeting began at 11.
Yeah, meeting began at 11 and it ended almost. I think it was 7.
And she left at what time?
Yeah.
At the late hours.
No, the late hours she came when already everything has been. In fact, she came when we were doing the fixtures.
No, get
What
my
time
question.
did she leave?
Yes.
In the morning.
Yeah.
At
She
what
commenced
time?
11.
No. We are not. You started the
She
meeting
arrived?
at 11.
Yeah.
Then after a while, after
She
some
arrived.
brief,
She
left.
arrived. She commissioned. In fact, she took less than 20 minutes. She commissioned, then she left. And even she introduced the intern, because she introduced like the intern, not a volunteer, like intern who works in
Then
the
the
office.
other government team.
The government team wasn't there. They didn't come.
No.
Yeah.
The ward administrator, we are told he or she was there.
The ward
social development was there. The ward development officer was there. What time did they leave? Those are our government officers. We need to understand.
In the morning, like the ward admin, they did the organization in the morning. Like there's a logistic part. Like we have the chairs, the table, everything. So the moment she came and introduced, they left. Even the municipal council. In fact, the 2 officials who are leading us, it is a chairman and the volunteer. Those are the people who took the floor. The rest left.
Let's agree.
Yeah.
Like now we start this meeting.
Yeah.
You cannot say the wazir was not there, the chair was not there, the technical team was not there. By the time you are starting that meeting at 11, were the other team there? The government team.
The government team wasn't there.
So she was only alone with the intern.
Yeah, the intern.
They were just 2.
Yeah.
Now they called the meeting to order. 2 of them.
She did she commissioned.
No. By the time you are convening that meeting,
yeah,
they were just and then they are touching. They were just 2.
Yeah.
We checked all that.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, at what point did the ward admin come?
Excuse me, Chair.
Just a minute. She started with the volunteer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the council and the delegates.
And the delegates, sure.
And at what point did the ward admin and SBO come?
The ward admin when we were beginning the meeting, they were there.
Okay,
The,
so all of
the
them were
logistic. I'm talking about the organizer of the chair. When the teams were arriving, they welcomed us. Okay. After welcoming us, we began the meeting. Then they left. She's the one who introduced the meeting and introduced the intern that we are going. She won't be around. She's the one who will take us through the process.
So the three of them left.
The three of them, they left. Then we remained with the chairman assisting the volunteer from the office. We did everything.
After how long? At what time did they leave?
Tell us.
You began at 11. At what time did they leave?
In fact, they left some few minutes before 11.
Before?
Because they did logistics.
Because you're saying the meeting started at 11.
Yeah.
Or you don't know what time the meeting started?
The meeting started at 11.
Yes.
That is 11 a.m.
She was present.
She was present. She commissioned. That is what
so
I'm
she
saying.
can't leave before 11.
I'm talking about the ward admin, not her. Not her. Please don't confuse.
This is.
She left after 20 minutes. That was around 11:20 after commissioning. The other one, they did the logistic parts, like organizing the table, just being say and say we are together, we will come back, and they never come back. But I'm talking to her situation. She left at 11:20. After some few minutes after doing the introduction.
So before she left, you had not started talking about the budget.
We not started talking about the budget. She just said, today we have a very important exercise, PP. All of you have come. Now, because I'm rushing somewhere, the intern will be in charge. In fact, even she started, the meeting began with the intern reading the rules of Ligi Mashinani. The intern did it, so she left. So we continue with the intern and the chairman.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, because the director has said something else, did you misinform the director regarding what you oversaw in that event?
Let me ask you one question, because at that time, did you do an introduction?
Yes.
Honestly, if you start at 11 and you do an introduction, can it take less than 20 minutes to do an introduction of the sport council, of the ward officer? Was the ward admin present at that time?
Yes, they were present.
He was present.
Yes.
Did the ward admin introduce herself or himself in the meeting?
Yes.
Did the SDO introduce herself or himself?
They were all in the present.
Did the council introduce themselves, all of them?
Yes.
And is it possible to take 20 minutes to do an introduction and then you leave? Let us be realistic. Yeah? If there was a guideline, yeah? Waziri bring guideline to this assembly and then we approve it. It's not a matter that Waziri. The guideline can be presented to you by any government officer. So if there was a guideline, let us be honest. If there was a guideline, and the guideline you have said yourself, it was read by the intern, which means the intern was representing the government at that point, because the intern is paid by the government's money.
But we're talking about volunteer. You're saying volunteer. Is the volunteer being paid?
Yeah.
Can we clarify that? Clarify that kindly. Clarify.
Chair, in the government volunteerism policy, a volunteer is an officer.
It's an officer.
Yes.
It's an officer.
It's an officer who can test tasks, and that's why they have to come in formally, apply formally, vetted, and appointed.
Sure.
It is not just anybody who comes.
But the word volunteer I'm hearing today, because she has never mentioned it. It is
no, there is a department on internship, on intelligence.
One thing I want to explain to you. The IDAN and volunteer and the attaches are forwarded to the Department of Education and ICT. When he cannot confirm exactly if it is an IDAN or a volunteer, because the officer is forwarded to them, to the department. And because he represents the government, you know, when you say the MCA, there was a member, there was a staff represented in that meeting, which means that the MCA was in that meeting, because that staff represents the MCA. That's why the MCA was asking you, if there was a complaint, unless that staff did not inform the member, if there was a complaint, he should report back to the boss to say that there was a complaint. Did you follow the guidelines which were read by the by they done all the project?
The guidelines, yeah, the guidelines were there because whatever.
Was it read?
The guidelines were read, but it had the budgeting, the way it was done, it had gaps. And I've given a typical example. Allocation of 120,000 to the council member. Again,
that's another case.
No, it was part of the process.
It's okay. It's okay.
It was part of the PP.
It's okay.
It was part of the PP.
Yeah, but it will be responded in a different fashion. What I wanted to, you know, we have a council of the municipality. The council of the municipality means that each ward council has a representative on that municipality council. That does not mean the other council, they don't have information on what is going in the municipality. So, Chair, to me, it is also good. You know, you are on oath. You are on oath. And to others, you should say the truth. Because to me, the time we started here and we did an introduction, we don't talk. We talk more than 20 minutes. The time we started this meeting, everybody took introduced himself and you took a oath. It took almost 30 minutes to do that. So you cannot tell me you started at 11 and the social officer left after 20 minutes after the meeting, and she did an introduction. She introduced a spot and done, and the council did the introduction. The ward and me did the introduction. It's not possible. Let us manage. There must be a problem, but let us talk it to the
Chair, we acknowledge that the officer did not sit through the process, but of course the process was well guided. We note it for future engagements to have the sports officer sitting through such sessions to the end.
Okay, I have a copy of the minutes that you have provided, and there's only 3 people present according to these minutes. Onesmus Chule, Kilian, Buka, and sports officers Lucy and Elijah. 4 people. Who are those other people that are being mentioned? And
Lilian Bega is a village ward admin. Onesmus Chule is also a ward village admin.
okay. So I think the issue of contention here is that there was sensitive matters that were being deliberated regarding the budget without an authority who is the sub-county officer. I think we can.
Madam, I'm raising.
And then we move on to the next delegation.
Madam, I'm raising a point of order.
Hold on. Yes.
My observation is that, or the big question here is, was the public participation done conclusively? And if it was not done conclusively, why? And what are the gaps? Because that is the issue at hand.
I think they said they finalized at around 6, right? At 7, only that there were hiccups here and there. If I'm not right.
Madam, I'm raising one point of order.
Yes.
Just allow me kindly. Now, Madam Chairperson, sorry. I was just going through the committee membership of this house. I realized our member of our MCA is not part of the sports team, and I can read he's acting on defense. Is it in order?
We have invited him.
If
as
interested.
He's an interested party because the petition comes from his area.
But is he supposed to be so active?
In any
because
I'm the one giving him the chair. I'm the one giving him the floor. So you can ask me, but he cannot speak without authority from the chair. So area member, please don't be very active. But you have questions, you shoot through the chair.
Chair, maybe for elaboration purposes, let me be clear. A member can sit but cannot vote. Yes. That is the law. You know, an assembly is guided by procedures. And the procedures are well adhered to. So Chair, we are within the law. We can proceed, please.
He's here as an interested party and we invited him because
Do you have a law the same? We can elaborate how it says and what the role of an interested member can do.
Let's continue. By the way, Chair, that is not an issue for us. And a member can oppose and support, irrespective of how he feels. Is within his mandate. He can do anything. By the way, you cannot get. He can oppose and also he can support. All those petitions, all those prayers, he can support some, he can oppose others. Let's
because either way the report will come to the floor and he will,
support or he'll oppose.
Take time on the floor, either to support.
Do you have
okay,
another
thank you for the clarification.
So,
no, it was a
okay,
clarification.
Fine. Thank you.
There's no
I
malice.
can move on.
Chair, I have a question.
Yes.
Even though I came late, but I would like to ask, is the chair of the council within us?
No.
And why,
Yes.
And why can't you give him a room to explain further so that we can hear from him?
It's not a petition.
Is the chair
He's invited.
He's
He's an attendant. It's not a petition. It's not, he has nothing negative to the petition.
But he's oh yeah.
He'll have an opportunity to talk because he was invited.
Aya. Let's go to the next allegation that the chairman and his proxies presented the sports budget to the council, a process that lacked objectivity and fairness. Related to that the chairman allocated cash to sectors that he could manipulate with ease. That is, registering and practicing teams in lawn tennis and beach volleyball. For example, Mamba, Central Lawn Club, Kwamamba, and dual teams, and 4 beach volleyball teams, namely KK, Downtown, Simba, and Terrain, with an allocation of 30,000 shillings, and allocating 140 to the council, even after failure to account for 70,000 previously allocated. Let's deal with those two.
Okay, thank you, Chair. We can combine number 5 and 6 because they are related, and the director will be able to give the response.
Thank you.
Okay.
To the chair. Allegation number 5, that the chairman with his proxies then presented the sports budget to the council, a process that lacked objectivity and fairness. Response: the sports budget public participation process is conducted in accordance with the Ligi Mashinani guidelines and structure issued by the Department of Gender, Children, Youth, Sports and Social Services. These approved guidelines clearly outline the roles and the responsibilities of the chairperson and all committee members. Under the stipulated roles of the chairperson, who serves as a co-convener of meetings alongside the sports officer, it is within his or her mandate to present the outcomes and proceedings of the deliberations before the plenary for consideration and adoption. Allegation number 6, that the chairman allocated cash into sectors that he could manipulate with ease, that is registering non-practicing teams in lawn tennis and beach volleyball, e.g. Mamba, Central Lawn Club, Kwakamba, and duo teams in 4 beach volleyball teams, namely KK, Downtown, Simba, and Terrain, with an allocation of 30,000, allocating 140,000 shillings to the council even after failure to account for the 70,000 previously allocated. Response: the lawn tennis teams that are named as Mamba, Central Lawn Club, Kwakamba, and beach volleyball teams, namely KK, Downtown, Simba, and Terrain, were duly registered for Ligi Mashinani season, fiscal year 2025-2026, and paid the prescribed registration fee. The teams actively participated in the Ligi Mashinani competitions as evidenced by the attached fixtures. These fixtures were displayed publicly in the official WhatsApp group, and the corresponding team registration forms are also available. for the fiscal year 2024-2025, Emali Mulala ward budget was 1 million, and for the fiscal year 2025-2026 was 2 million, allocated during ward PPs within community participation. The claim of unaccounted 70,000 is incorrect, in that the fiscal year 2024-2025, the ward council allocation was 55,000, and this was done by the previous officer, the youth officer, not even the current officer. For the fiscal year of 2025-2026, the council allocation was 120 and was approved during the PP on the 5th of November 2025 at Emali Mulala ward and instructor's office. The alleged allocation of 140,000 is incorrect. The cash awards for the beach volleyball and lawn tennis total was 27,500 and not 30,000 as quoted. And we have the breakdown table. For the beach volleyball cash awards, number 1 was allocated 6,000, number 2 4,000, number 3 3,000, and number 4 2,000. Then the lawn tennis teams were allocated 5,000, 4,000, 2,000, 1,500 as cash awards, plus 4,000 facilitation for each team. Thank you.
Thank you. We wish to present this as the evidence for that response.
Thank you, Director. Those teams that are alleged to have been included, did they participate in this, in the ongoing Ligi?
Yes. We have their fixtures displayed here in our
As participants. But the actual.
As participants.
The actual. Now we are almost concluding Ligi machine. Yeah, it's already concluding. So the actual. Did they participate?
I can say they participated because in a previous meeting where I attended the same petition, the petitioners and the council were arguing on the venue, which was actually agreed that they did. There was a fixture that the venue changed, but they eventually they played.
No, Director, I don't need to know that. I need only see
all four.
The teams alleged. Have they participated?
It's according to the report.
That is simple. Have they
The
participated?
sub-county can tell us if
yes.
she's on the ground.
The sports officer?
Yes.
Yes.
The committee?
Not the committee. The teams. It's a simple question. You don't need to ask from
She was starting protocols.
Yes, she's responding.
But here we just go straight to the answer.
Oh, go straight to the answer.
They participated.
All those teams that are mentioned here.
Yes.
They participated.
Yes.
Yes. Chair council?
Council.
Yes, he's not on oath. We would like the chair to take oath because we want him to answer some questions.
Yes.
I, Joseph Kenya. I, Joseph Kenya, do swear that the information that I shall give before this sectorial committee on gender, children, youth, sports, and social services shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Chair council, I think could you allow the chair to answer some questions?
Yes, he's or not. Takes responsibility.
So the said teams, chair, you have heard the question.
Yeah.
Have they participated in this current league?
They participated.
All
those
Kwamamba, whatever, dual, beach volleyball teams, the downtown Simba and Terrain, all of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Petitioners? Yes?
Yes, I have a question on concern about beach volleyball.
Am I able to answer the question from Mulala about this, the council here of sports? Is any player from
You are read the chair.
Yes. Is the any player from regular volleyball, he or she can shift from regular to play beach volleyball?
Chair, you want the answer from who? The Waziri or from us?
No, Waziri.
This is the chair, probably I can respond to that. Our aim, our goal of having this Mashinani is nurture talent.
Yeah.
And nurturing talent is varied. You understand that probably you might be good in football and also good in volleyball. You cannot deny someone who wants to nurture their talent in a different field from doing that. So I believe you can even switch in all the games. Only that our guideline states that probably when you are participating, we have guidelines for participating in a particular ward, but not in a particular discipline.
And I can also authoritatively tell you, we had instances, because for the longest time I've been in this assembly, I've been in the sport for a while, we have even scouted some players from the normal volleyball to the beach volleyball. And I can authoritatively tell you that.
Chair, the spirit is grassroots talent growth, and we do not limit the capacity of any player for either of the games.
Sure.
Just like we have seen in schools, as students doing this game or the other game. Yes.
My issue was if the petitioners agree that those teams are actually participating, because they are also players, so that we can move on from that question. Yes?
I'm their military representative, and those teams did not play. This thing was booked when we started our petition. So, hakuna team ilicheza.
Up to this point?
Up to this point.
Chair or Waziri or the sub-county, have these teams been active for the last 2 years as stated in the guideline?
Yes, sports officer.
Yes, for the committee during the World Finals, I think I also have a photo of Mheshimiwa with the lawn tennis team participating in the World Finals.
Which year?
This financial year at Emali.
That is lawn tennis. What about the others?
Yeah, the other one for the beach games. The beach games were played. I think there are photos. You can share the photos for the beach games that were played at a certain group.
Okay. Chair, I happen to have had a session with all these people before. They actually acknowledged that there was games which were played, but there was some discrepancy with the venues, which changed in the last minute. Otherwise, the fixtures as had been given did not happen at Jambo Africa, but happened elsewhere.
Where actually we need to agree.
Yeah, so
you
now,
don't need to guess.
Yeah,
They
so
never
now,
happened. They went to play in the river.
According to the submission, yes, the chair of the council, now having been on oath now, can be able to answer that.
Yes. Yeah. The beach volleyball fixtures were sent to the group, and there was a change of venues.
Officials up.
Yeah. And it happened at Kediku River because we had tunatumia sand. We shifted from Jambo Africa because the play field was not in order. We shifted to Kilikuli River, and the event went on as planned. I have photos
from the group
of the players in the pitch playing.
In the WhatsApp group, eh?
Yeah, from the WhatsApp group, okay. And I submitted some. We had a similar sitting like this one at Emali.
Petitioners, are you in that WhatsApp group?
Yeah, we're in that WhatsApp group.
Did you see the communication?
In fact, there were no results which were sent after the match. And here I have the what I printed from the WhatsApp.
Did you see the fixtures sent there and the communication on venue?
Venue, it was done this, but they never communicate about the change of the venue. It was something which was done it was hidden. And to prove that, when we made noise in the public.
No,
okay.
The beach how many teams participated?
There were 4 teams.
Can you produce that evidence? Share the evidence for our zero, share for us.
Okay, madam, I have the
Could
evidence.
there be 2 groups?
I have seen
The
that.
four,
I have seen something
the 4
like
teams
people being-
had the information. They were not part of the beach volleyball teams. They never registered for beach volleyball activity. So, the 4 teams in the WhatsApp group, I'll send the photos now.
You want to see them from your photos, you can call your people and come and take them the pictures.
Through the
That's
chair.
what he did.
Through the chair.
During then or
we
after,
can verify
after the
the
games were
photos
played?
Yeah.
Of the
After
things that
the
they are
games were
taken.
not played, then he just moved.
You know, the problem is he's saying they communicated change of venue. These petitioners are in that group, I believe. They should also prove to us if they saw that communication. If you were posting photos, if they saw the photos,
Yeah.
unless you are in 2 different forums.
Let me explain this.
Maybe
Yes.
Chair, a concern.
Chair, consider.
If there are teams and the team has leadership, I think it is the high time we can also request the leadership of those teams, so that as a committee, we may take some time to do some interrogation to them and the verification about the complaint. Because if there were 4 teams and they truly happen to be there, then we can get details from that, so that at least we can be sure. Because I'm also not sure whether there is a team.
Chair.
Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
Are you done?
Chair, yes.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Mimi nikiongea kama captain wa Spikers, tulikuwa tunaambiwa kila team iwe imeandikwa, iko na karatasi imeandikwa wachezaji majina. Kama ni Emali Spikers, majina ilikuwa inaandikwa. Queens ilikuwa inaandikwa na mnapigwa picha. Katika beach volleyball hakuna. Na hiyo timu yake Kifaru, hata hao timu anasema timu 4 hawatozi.
Ngoja
Hiyo
kidogo.
ndio ile kitu
Spikers
kweli.
play which discipline? Mnacheza sport
Volleyball.
gani?
Tulikuwa
Volleyball.
tunapigwa iko hapa. Unaona? Tulikuwa tuna kila timu ilikuwa inazungumza nini. Lakini beach volleyball hakuna kitu imewekwa. Kitu kingine
Na zote zinatumwa kwa the same
tulikuwa tunapeana kwa kanzu.
Allow me to respond.
Hata ule Yesu alikuwa anatuambia kwa timu itacheza bila hiyo pombe.
Sure.
Yes, Waziri.
Yes,
I think the attachment that has been provided shows the various teams, the photos, and the names of those 4 teams.
Okay, let me.
So probably that is going to be subject to further.
Madam Chair, allow me to respond. As a
Thank you, we'll go through it.
Now here, I have a very good evidence. After now we made public noise about those teams, after that fixture. Allow me, there is a lady who is coming, one of the petitions. She was unwell, but I think I have seen her message. What we did, when the meeting was planned, the fixture was planned in that hotel, Jambo Afrique, we sent emissaries, and she was one of the emissaries, to follow up, because that thing was clearly hidden. So they went to Jambo Afrique, there was nobody. That was around 10.
What day was that?
I don't want to. The time that particular Sunday it was 7th. Yeah. Now when we made the noise, when we made the noise on the same because of the teams, when it came to award, the final award, it is here. He chairman went ahead and struck out the beach volleyball. It is not here. You can confirm. So in our case here, those teams, those teams which participate are giving now. This is Emali, Mulala Ward, Ligi, Mashinani results. So number 1, it is Eden Shooters, that is basket, Stingers and Township. Lawn tennis, Central tennis, Mamba tennis, Duo tennis, Wakamba. Volleyball men, Kifaru, Mwanyani, Kifaru Legend. Volleyball ladies, Kifaru ladies. Football men, Mulala, Kiko, LGR, Iviani. Football ladies, Emali, Starlets, Iviani, Starlets, Municipal Starlets, Emali Shooters. So those were the teams which qualified for the awards. So the beach volleyball is not there. Come to when it was time for awarding. Here, they have been given They have been given. It is not. It is from the official group, of which he removed me because I was trying now to bring some information, some logic. Now, during now this one we call the payment beneficiary lists. Those teams, they have been included. One, Samuel Kelly was given 5,000. Samson John was given the same. Yeah.
The awarding.
Yeah.
Chair Council, can you confirm that the team he's talking about, was that beach volleyball, that they were not in the original participation list as sent to that group?
They were in the original participating list.
They were?
Yeah.
And they played?
And they played.
And the results were sent?
The results were posted.
Were posted to which group?
They were posted to the main group.
I'm asking, are there two forums? Because these petitioners, I need to get information if they are in that group where you sent the same, so that we can establish. Or you sent after they were removed, because they are alleging to have been removed from
in all the groups. You have the 4 forums.
We have only one group for sports fraternity.
And that's where everything is sent.
It is sent there.
Where did you get what you are reading?
I want if you have permission.
If you have been removed from the group, where did you get what you're reading?
No, those
now?
results were sent before I was removed. Okay? So after they sent the results and I complained in the group, I was expunged as a member because I was raising pertinent concerns.
Who else
about
was
the
left
results.
in the group? Can you confirm that there was registration, that participation was sent, including beach volleyball?
That was more of beach volleyball.
Thank you. Yes? Honorable Mulemba.
Maybe can we confirm from the chair where the exact, because it is those results are available in that WhatsApp group. Can we see the evidence?
Yes.
From the WhatsApp group. And the dates.
Yeah. Also, is the sports officer for the sub-county in that group?
Yeah.
Okay. She can also give us the evidence. Yeah.
Even
those results.
I believe it's so in most of those sports groups.
The results that resulted to the award.
Chair, you know, I have a problem. Is the decision for Emali Mulala done by one person? Yes. Is it supposed to be done by the council? No, let us be honest. If you are not a member of a council, the thing will be done in the council without you are not it. Because after you do public participation, the council goes and it implement. So you are in the member of a council. So if you guys, if you are in the council, what are the solutions? Because you have the minutes. Where are the minutes of the council resolutions? Where are the council resolutions? Because we might be beating the bush. Yeah.
Okay. Let me explain this.
Are you in the council?
I'm not in the council.
If you are not in the council, the question I'm asking is in the council.
Mimi kama athlete representative, hizo teams zimetajwa hapa, nilijaribu kufuatilia na tukifuata guidelines zinasema timu ile inafaa kuadiwa, inafaa kuwa imetrain karibu miezi 6. Kwa hivyo hizi timu hata ziliformiwa hapa juzi na nikaface chairman, nikamuuliza hizi timu sasa na hazija train, kwa nini mnafanya hili mambo?
Hapo simama hapo. Ngoja usikae chini. Usikae chini. Ulimwambia hizi timu hazijatrain. So the team were introduced to the council.
Yeni vitu zake.
Now, where are you and team unasema simekuja juzi? Ulijulia wapi simekuja juzi?
Alipoanza kupost hizo team, mimi nilifuata taratibu kama sports athlete, nikaanza kufuatilia hizo team ziko wapi. Sikuziona. Hakuna timu niliona.
Let me ask you a question. You have said you are a member of the council.
Yeah.
You saw those teams being added.
Yeah.
You asked the chairman. Did you ask the other members of the council to sit and discuss the issue? Because let me be open.
Yeah.
The chairman himself cannot forward a list of payment alone,
Yeah.
without the attached minutes. Or is that true? Before you forward the list for the paid the sports men and women, there must be a minutes showing these are the for the paid members to be paid.
And verification.
And verification has to be done.
Nilifuata vice chairman.
Can I ask, please?
Let him finish.
Nilifuata vice chairman, nikamweleza the same issue. Yeye aliponijibu akaniambia yeye zikija vita chairman. Na nikizidi kufuatilia nikachomolewa kwa group.
From the council group.
Yes. Nikachomolewa.
Is that the case, Chairman?
Let me clarify, please. Norman Mutuku was elected as an athlete representative.
That or no?
Yeah. During elections. Norman Mutuku has never attended any meeting with the council. He has never participated in any activity during Ligi Mashinani. I have the minute book. We have all the minutes, and you can confirm the attendance. And the problem started earlier from a county league team, where we have a coach in the team, but he wanted to overtake and overthrow the coach. And when I refused as the chairperson of the sports activities in our ward, then he was bitter with me. From that time, sasa alianza hiyo shida. And hajai kuja kwa meeting yoyote, and the minute book is here. So sikumtoa kwa group. Tulikaa, listen, I explain. Tulikaa mpaka December when these issues of petition came. Now after these teams were eliminated from Ligi Mashinani due to failure to follow our rules and regulations. That is where all these problems came from. We had teams who never forwarded their player registration forms, and they were eliminated from the league. When now that problem arose, he joined the team. And when we sat down as a council, we decided that we cannot work with somebody or a member who is inactive. And
who is sabotaging?
Yeah, who is sabotaging the council. And I have the dates of when he was removed from the group, and not me who removed him from the
So
group.
the decision by the council.
By the council. Yeah.
And it's minuted.
So yeah, it is even in the list of the removed. See, inapia kwa group. Yeah.
I'm saying an official.
Yeah, it is minuted here.
Council.
Yeah, it is here in a meeting where we sat. And
Thank you.
To react.
Yes.
Chair. One, cash award is done at the tail end of the entire exercise. It is a product of what has been happening all through the year. So, my concern is, during budgeting making, which is guided by the registered teams, 4 teams were captured. And that should be a guiding principle on the entire exercise. Because when you start, for a budgeted participation, you start up to 7 to do budget. You factored 4 teams that had registered. Can that be produced as an evidence of the existence of the 4 teams? Because if it was allocated some resources, during budgeting, then at the tail end, we expect some awards for that team. So that is a process. It is not an event. So I think that should go into the committee. Thank you, Chair.
Excuse me.
Thank you. Just a minute. Yes.
Yes, I'm wondering whether in the guidelines we have a provision of conflict resolution. Do we have that in our guidelines? Conflict resolution.
It is in the policy.
At the grassroots level. Yeah, at the council level. Because if you don't do that, it has to be amended.
No, the sports person because he or she is exposed to a wide understanding of the sports regulations as a role to play in guiding the council, the ward council.
That is
And
why-
at the because a concern which is raised by these members has to go to the sports person. If she's not in a position, she wants the matter to the team and those people like so they will help. We have issues all over. It's not only Emali, it's not they have not come back. Those guys have that in a position to actually respond generally to most of the concerns raised.
That is why
Maybe the way it was raised didn't follow the right channel. I don't know how it was raised from their team, but it's clear sports is complicated. The food is complicated and it has interest. And there are so many cheats in sports. We have struggled all through with these kind of issues. So we need to agree, yes, there are systems to put to just try to manage the sports, but the Mali case might have not been well handled. We feel it is, from where now I see it, maybe it was not well, but I should not be saying now, but for us to proceed, let's understand. We need to understand the entire thing, the entire petition, then as a committee we'll sit down later and look at it and verify some of the information we'll be getting from these things.
Thank you. Before we give her the opportunity to respond to those allegations, let's hear from you and then she will.
Okay, here I have the proof. When we made noise about the beach volleyball,
Chair,
he
and
expunged.
anything you are quoting, please share a copy.
Yeah,
because
it
you
is here.
no anything you want to quote going forward, do a copy or you can screenshot and share to the.
Chair, before you talk about the list, you know, you are holding a document, and you are also saying the chair prepared his own document, and you are holding a document. The document which now we can accept is the document which was in that group at that time.
It is here.
Thank you.
Allow me
Continue,
to
then you
present.
will share
Yeah.
that.
So on 16th January in Emali Mulala ward, Ligi results. After now the league is over, that was the teams that were entitled to get the awards. Chairman shared these results.
Hold a minute, eh? Are you in that group?
Yes.
Can you go to your WhatsApp, confirm that
Confirm,
date?
please.
See,
yeah.
It proceeds.
So these are the these are the teams. The way you have read and I produced.
Who sent that? What you're reading?
He's the chairman. He's here.
Okay,
He's
so
the
it's
one.
official.
Yeah, it's official. It's official in our wall on 16th January.
But we were removed in that group, or you have been
No,
returned?
it was before. It was before. Reading. This was. I'm using the archives now. I'm trying to dig my archives so that I can get the information. Okay. So I produced this. So you realize that the beach volleyball, the 4 of them, they were not part of the allocation when we made noise on the same, because we knew very well they didn't take place. It's only people went to the river, they tied a net there, they just had fun because we also sent their emissaries and they came back and they say they are played. So we raised issues on the same. So when we raised our eyebrows, he did not slot that part here. You can confirm the same.
Thank you.
And it is here.
Can you
So, Chair,
confirm?
can he confirm also?
Yeah, it is here.
A
She
game
can
took
confirm.
place.
She can confirm.
Sorry?
Can he confirm that a game took place? Some games took.
He has confirmed, but
Yes,
now
because
he's
he says-
bringing other issues.
Some people went
Went to have fun. No,
He's saying
It
they
was-
just met there. Chair, but I want to ask, if they actually played, can we have the results?
The results, yeah,
of
they can
what,
share.
what was the outcome of the match?
They were never shared the results.
Can the sports officer also clarify on whether those teams were allocated a budget from the beginning,
Yes.
as the member for Emali has asked, so that we get them from there coming down. Whether they were allocated, then we place them in the participation list. If they played, we get the results and going chronologically.
Chair, is the
Chair,
prepare?
before that, I have a question. Yes. Now that he's saying the beach volleyball, the teams didn't play, they went to the river, played some nets and then come back. What could have been the interest of the chairman in that? I would like to know.
Okay, let me respond.
Because there is some hidden interest.
Because as I said in the beginning, the change of venue, it was not communicated in the group. it was posted on a week before that it will be played in Jambo Africa, in the group, official group, the teams that have never even practiced according to the guideline, the 2 years. They have never existed. Last season we didn't have any beach volleyball being practiced in the ward. Then he chairman, after now they were followed because they wanted to make it was like it's just like coming in the house, appearing technically, then we say that you have done a meeting. And actually we have lacked the purpose. So when we made noise and he knew that there was no purpose in the meeting, he removed, so that now it cannot raise eyebrows. That's why I printed. He himself, not any other person. Not the secretary, not the vice secretary, he's the one who posted.
Are you saying he posted the first one?
Yeah.
People made noise, then posted a second
yeah,
one.
These are the final. These are the final results.
Can we see both?
These are the final results.
The previous one and the one he sent last.
No, what was sent previously, it is a registered team. The registered team is among the registered. It is here. It is in the list of the registered teams. But the results, they are not there.
Did not participate.
Yeah, the results are not there. The results are not there.
Chair, on the venue issue, it's not a big deal because us, we are also players. And at times, we find the original venue inconvenient. So we change to another venue.
Yeah.
So the issue of the venue should not be a matter to be discussed.
And in the communication where they have changed the venue,
yeah.
was it done?
So that the players
can if the communication was done to the players, you can hear that the players
you can probably we can have a player who got a message that we are changing to this venue.
Nobody, because allow me to say this.
Let us get something from the parent.
Yeah, from the submissions, I think the first question that was asked from this group was whether a player can play both disciplines, which was clearly said.
Yeah.
So that confirmation made that there are some people who were placed as beach players and as well appeared in the regular. So that tells you that there was a spirit of beach volleyball rotating within that ward. Okay. Here again, and in previous meetings that we've had here, the issue of the venue as was really put, it came up. But at the end of the day, it was said that the games were played. As we speak now, we have no player, neither a coach of beach volleyball, who has ever complained that that change of venue or any other circumstance denied them to have participated in the competition. So it is possible, and as Honorable Member is saying, you know why we have federation committees is in such circumstances where even decisions can be taken up, is just to make sure that the very concerned people who can miss an opportunity have got the information and have not missed the opportunity. If this change of venue would have left a team or even a single player that they could not get that opportunity to participate, then we would really be talking about something else. The issue of people moving from the Jambo Africa to the river to tie a net, we have not reached that level from my experience that people can just go and do a demo.
Allow me.
And in addition, the beach games, we have not reached a point where we can say that people who play beach games can always wake up every day to go to the river. That is the truth. Even in the other wards. So they occasionally just plan when to train, and then eventually they have competitions. This government has presented beach teams from the 2024 edition in Kilifi and in Emali, and those players have come out of the Ligi, Mashinani and Super Cup. And of course, a sports committee has the responsibility, even as you struggle to introduce a discipline, where else would you get players from the same main discipline? So what happens is, most of the times the sports committees will struggle to make sure that during there is an activity like a world final. so that they can get teams to present in the Super Cup tournament. So there has been beach volleyball in this county from 2024. The training might be scanty, days and all that, but it exists. So I think, and even on that point, which was started here about a player playing too, I would confess that when we went to Homa Bay, we carried a girl for beach handball. And we ensured that she has also been verified for football ladies. She's the girl who won us the trophy in football. There were no other teams for beach handball, so now that she had been verified, she participated in volleyball, in football, and she was the top scorer. She's the one who brought us the victory home. As we speak, away from that football, she is now in the Air Force, courtesy of beach handball. So you see.
Chair, if I might ask, if the sub-county sports have not been done, MKJ sports,
Yes.
is Emali Mulala presenting beach volleyball?
This year we are not doing beach games.
But just for fun, are they presenting a team?
No, we haven't planned for them. Yes, we have planned for the regular handball. Yes.
Yes, the chair. Do we have a petitioner from the beach volleyball? Yeah.
Okay. Have you got the budget?
Chair.
What is the name?
I think I had shared we have shared the fixtures. I've confirmed that during the World Finals, the long tennis were played and the beach games. Features were shared on the wall. On the budget, during the budget making process, there is the minute book. There were some allocations for the beach games allocated.
Chair, as you consult, I think because the Waziri and the CEO is here, we need to agree, when you budget for a team, like a discipline, but it's never played, definitely you don't pay.
Yeah.
So I believe strongly you might have budgeted for a discipline, but during the Ligi Mashinani process, out of the inconvenience the team doesn't show up, the discipline is not played. So that money for me acts like a saving for the council.
Yes.
That is my thinking. Unless we want to strangle so much of so many issues.
That is the position.
Exactly.
That is the position, and I will confirm that even from this house, there are members of this house who have consulted us, because in their ward, they realize that they are only going to present 2 disciplines in the MKJ Super Cup. But there was a huge allocation to transport the teams. So when we consult, they have been able to agree with their leadership
and reallocate.
Probably now to expose, just to have enough for these 2 teams to come to the MKJ Super Cup. And the balance will be used to expose teams beyond this county.
I think that is actually the worry here, which we should be able to resolve, so that there is transparency and there is no people feeling that their money is being used. So let us be positive about this without trying to protect or defend. So I think we can move on to the next.
Chair, before you move on, there is a concern, a pertinent one. According to the petitioner number 1, the regulation states that you cannot budget over 100,000 with the council. As per the document I'm holding, it states 140. As per the document mentioned by the director, the allocation was 120. I think for matters of accountability and lawfulness, that has to be captured. We stick to what is in the provision of the law.
Here we are talking about allocation of 140,000 to MDTC. MDTC, not council. Multidisciplinary Talent Center. Please.
It was not for the council.
It was not for the council. This is MDTC, not for the council.
Chair, what I'm saying, what has been mentioned by the director is 120. 20,000 going above the legal figure. That is what has to be captured as an irregularity.
What was the, maybe the chair can explain what the money was intended to
Chair,
do.
just for clarification, could the transferring of the petition have been misrepresented on that figure?
Sure, because I'm also
Because
reading
the council
something
and
different.
MDTC
Yeah, they're
are
all
two different things.
It might be different from
So
what
here,
I'm reading.
we are talking about allocating of petition 3. Number 3, we are talking about allocation of Kenya shilling 140,000 to MDTC.
Yeah, that's okay.
But here is to the council.
We have agreed.
We have agreed it's to MDTC.
Which one are you reading from different
So do you have
No,
issues
there
with
is
that
an extract we
allocation?
have. It's different from what you have. It's an extract for us.
We extracted, but we did miss whatever. Yeah. So it is actually to MDTC, but we are asking why is it a problem for you to have 140 allocated to MDTC? What was the issue?
The issue is 120 rather than 100.
Before we
No, those are two different issues.
things.
Yeah.
Because I presented my evidence to show that he Chair even confirmed the results that the beach volleyball they were not played because it was not captured. And here in the awards they were given. And the evidence
Have
is
they
there.
already been awarded?
Yeah, already they have the money. They have the money in their pockets.
Are you aware of that?
Yes,
Why were they awarded?
they participated.
And the chair.
Without
Where?
results, where are the results? Can the chair share the results that he used to award? That is why I was asking from the budget downwards, so that we can go all the way to results, then award. Yeah, we want to see that evidence.
So just to clarify, Chair.
Even without results. Yeah, that is why we are asking for the results. Chair, are you able to provide the results for those teams that were awarded?
Maybe you allow me some time to go through the federation, so because I got this invite yesterday at around 7:30 p.m. Usiku ndio nilipigiwa simu.
But as the chair of the council,
So,
I'm sure you have somewhere you can just press and see the teams that participated.
It is what now
and
I'm
watch
requesting now.
Please, before the end of the session, you can provide that.
Yeah, the other, so the chair.
I have an.
I heard there was a concern that beach volleyball was not considered during awarding. Yes. I have the minute book of all
Okay.
the.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about this MDTC? What can you say about it?
Okay, MDTC.
Chair, where was 140 allocated to MDTC? Can you explain?
140,000 was allocated to MDTCs due to the challenges we faced from our previous.
What is it? Honestly, I'm
Yeah.
not know.
So our 2024-2025, we had 70,000 for the multidisciplinary talent centers.
Okay, Chair, I think the members want to know what is multidisciplinary.
Talent center.
Multidisciplinary talent center.
Let the director explain.
Because you might not, it might be a new concept brought to you.
Yes.
So this, yes, exactly.
Director,
Yes,
please.
the director.
Thank you, Chair. Within our program, we introduced a program called multidisciplinary talent centers. These are centers that are intended for children below 18 years, which happens they train over the weekends but intensively over the school holidays. So the aim of that, of course, is to start training the young kids from an early age that we can start imparting skills. As you realize, even as we do our MKD Super Cup of 18 we still struggle. So we needed a community-based program that can feed into other programs. Because if we keep on depending on schools, you find that the children are discarded and bringing them together in a government then it becomes difficult. So we brought them in. Our intention is that those children are exposed to all types of games during that session. And therefore, for us to have it run smooth, we proposed that every ward, actually our aim is to have a minimum of 1 per sub-ward, so that the children don't go far. They can do like 2 hours and go home. But in wards where they feel they can do some more intense training, they can have a budget so that they can provide some snacks or food, which actually I think rice and beans has been a common thing, so that when they come, they can have something to eat and continue training and then go home. Some of the children also have challenges of food in their homes, so that will still be encouraging for them to have. So MDTCs are just multiplication and that's for
the sports camps.
Thank you.
So this team, were they aware that you are trying to implement that in the Mulala?
Yes.
Then during the budgeting day, when they were there, where they are now raising the concern, the first concern, the budgeting and the event of that day were left to volunteer. So they are the team that allocated that money to that budget line.
Yes.
It was introduced later.
No, it was during
on that day.
On that day, I think the previous allocation, the previous
was
year
70. Yes.
So I think from what they observed and their logistics, that's when they made an increase.
I think the issue then is not the allocation, but the failure to account.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then they come now to add.
To add.
Without explaining anything.
Allow me
Why
to
did the
explain.
council do
Okay.
that?
Yeah, allow me to explain. As a petitioner, I was a coach during the holiday August. I participated in this because I also...
No, let's from the previous year, then come to this year so that we can follow.
Yeah, I'm starting from where it began. It began last year, previous year,
Yes.
in August.
You are now the coach then.
I was the coach now doing the volleyball.
Volleyball only.
Yeah, volleyball only. In the Emali primary. That is where it was held. It is always held
all
in the holiday.
disciplines.
For all disciplines. There was football. So me, I'm talking from my experience of the volleyball and what we saw there. So I was there as a coach training. When we trained, because the kind of lunch was offered, because I believe the budget was good. It was boiled maize and beans. That's what we were feeding. And we find even the ratio was quite wanting. So the time when I talked to the council member, I told them, don't you think that it is wise for a player, if you can use maybe a packet of milk, if it is a small one, the budget, then you also have like a bread, because it's a little bit appetizing. Because most of these people, they will not finish the food. It will just go to waste. But they were undermined on the same. The issue was not about even eating. Now, when we came and asked for the accounting, how was the 70,000 done in 4 days? In 4 days, and we also understand 20,000 was taken to a private camp in athletics, in one of the athletic coach. It was taken there, and that is a private, and they normally pay money. So why were they allocated 20,000 and we take our players that they are given money? Yet these camps, they are really struggling because we had large numbers. There was one which was held in Emali, there's one which was held in welfare, and there's another which was held in Mulala. So the problem is about accounting. So when you ask for the budget, because when you talk about PP, these are public documents. So we wanted to see that FY, how was the breakdown, how was the money used? But there was nobody for that. Even I remember the last time we were going for the friendly. There was no way of transporting the teams because everything was hidden. In fact, he took his own motorbike to transport all the players. You can imagine transporting players since morning to evening using your motorbike, carrying 4x4, which was quite dangerous because even I was not involved in the transport.
So there was
vote
for transport.
So when it given to work, he wants the work done, and we volunteer. But when it comes to about accounting, you'll never give anything. Even I remember when we had the impeachment, I asked for FY. How was it? Do you have minutes? Do you have the budget? How the 70,000 was as a coach, because I have a right. Because there were complaints, because even the ratio of children was going down because of what was being given there, and yet we allocated money. Then after that, when we went during the PP, because it's something even I really refused from experience. I say, why would I add 40 and even the 77 was not accounted for? And I believe
were those concerns raised to the chair?
Yeah, he was there. I raised. He said, now it was good, it was successful.
Chair, did you get those concerns from different coaches?
I never got any concern.
Who administers the fund, the 70,000? Is it the
Chair?
council or the department?
Some information, Chair.
Yes.
One, I want to applaud them for seek for accountability, because accountability is key. However, on this matter of the nurturing talents to the young, the kids, it was one of my requests once they were budgeting, simply because there has been a lot of challenges to these camps, because they are real camps. And it comes at times when the coaches request for monies from even to facilitate them. And actually the camp for the athletics, it has produced champions for this nation. Actually some of them were in UK, recently they were in Egypt. It has produced serious challenges. I requested for the council to consider facilitating this camp, because every other time they are requesting for males. And actually I was discussing recently with the ECM how the government can chip in and facilitate that camp.
Sure.
So I was giving information that they should account for the 140.
Yes.
But actually we need more for these camps.
Sorry, I was about to say to the chair. We need to understand who administers this fund.
The department.
Not the council.
No, it's the department.
Okay. Did you get complaints about that accounting as a department? Even the sub-county?
This matter came for discussion during a session we had with all these people. The chair explained the breakdown of expenditure. The chair,
the chair, any discussion you had with this team is not part of our discussion.
Yes.
So anything you know about them should be kept outside this discussion, because we need to understand if at some point you allocate 70,000 and rice were procured, the green maize was, the maize was procured beans, and the coach at the left is saying it was.
Kwa hiyo timu yake yule MCA wamefanya mkutano na huyu mwalimu akatolewa nini point, na akasema hakuna mtu atatoka Mombasa akuje kusesea Emali Mulala kwa ile kitu inatukula sisi. Wakati chairman ameleta hao wachezaji, hata huyu alikuwa hiyo siku ya kwanza, mimi mwenyewe nimemuita huyu nikamuuliza
nani, the sports officer
alikuwa, mimi nikasimama na yeye tukianja game hivi, nikamwambia ule kijana ni wa Magendo, ule jamani Masai ni wa Nairobi, ule mwingine ni wa Mombasa, mbona Kifaru? Sababu chairman ni wa Kifaru, amekuja nao kwa nini? Wajua huyu tumemuita, akasema kama hamta sasa mkae. Hao wachezaji wao wakatuambia endeni mahali tumekaa. Kwa hivyo hii ligi ndio imeanza hiyo mashinda, sababu 2024 si hata wao tulikuwa wazuri kabisa. Lakini hii sheria wameweka mwalimu akatolewa point, tukisema hii ifuatiliwe ataki kitu kingine. Chairman anaandika ile list yake, timu zake sio hapo, wamemba sio hapo. Wewe mlikuwa simwekujanga pale mali ile siku mlikuwa na gari, tumepata wachezaji walikuwa wamejaa wapi hapo Emali Spikers wengi. Lakini ukiangalia hiyo Emali nini Spikers hakuna tangu ligi ishi hawajai kusimama hapo. Yeye akisikia kuna pesa ndio anatafuta watu kutoka Nairobi anakuja na alafu tukilalamika tunaambiwa nyinyi Emali ndio wambaya. Kwa hivyo hata mkiongea hii maneno yote kama tutawekewe hiyo sheria, sababu yeye chairman ni biashara yako nayo. Kwa nini sisi tuko na vijana wawili wako Nairobi wametunyima wasema wasikuje, lakini wewe wanakuja na wao na wakacheza na sisi wakati tunalalamika tukatolewa point na tukatolewa kwa nini? Hiyo ndio kitu
let the lady speak. Let the lady speak, then you respond.
Hiyo point ni kweli. Tangu huyu so akuja na huyu chairman aingie, ndio sports zimeharibika. Sports zimekuwa zikirun vizuri all years back. But since so aingie na huyu chairman, kila kitu imeharibika. Cause wamefanya kama biashara.
You have to give us evidence. I think there's some here tukifika allegation number 8. What do you have to say about that?
I wanted to clarify. I want to clarify. This madam has been my former committee. The one who is saying the chairman. I mean, the chairman was still the chairman of that time, so they have been working together. This one has also been a member of the committee. They have been working together. So they have never raised any issue to me until they get a petition. I have worked with all these people without any issue. Then the other thing where they are saying about the players wanatolewa nje. The team had agreed, the coach federation, the volleyball federation, every coach to look for 3 players. And the day they were doing the finals, they were starting the league. 2 of the coaches.
To look from where?
Within, it was an agreement for them during their meeting when they were planning for the start of the league. They agreed every coach to look for 3 players who are good players from within the ward and anywhere. Then the moment 3 of them, it was the agreement. During when I went there to resolve the issue, kindly
agreement of who? Give her some time because she's privy to that information. Please give her an opportunity.
So when they called me, I was on another pitch at Emali primary where there were ladies. So the men called me. They told me, "Officer, kindly come up to my issue." So I left the MCA on the ground. Then I went where they played the ladies. When I reached there, I find out that the issue is 2 of the teams had no those 3 players. So when the one had the 3 players, now he was denied to play because they just knew this is a predetermined match. Kicheza na hawa tutashinda. So now that is where the issue came. So when I went there, I told them, you have agreed to bring 3 players. These ones have brought theirs. You have not brought theirs. What do you want us to do? Now that is when everything now, they disagreed. I tried to put them together. I told them, now these 3 players, because they are the issue. For this game to continue, let them be aside. Yes. Then we be in uniform, and that is what we did. It is not that the chairman brought the 3 players. It was on the agreement.
I think, Chair, I'm learning something, and I must attest here. Some of the challenges we are facing are due to lack of adherence to the law. Yes. Because we, 2024, we disqualified his team because it has foreigners. And they came, we had the case, dealt with it, and it was truly disqualified because the team had foreigners. Remember, our kit is to empower sports persons from the world. So this analogy of bringing 3 from outside, I think it has not my support because it is totally against the regulations.
And then I'm wondering, was the chair council where that was being agreed to have 3 players from wherever? Were you in that meeting?
On that day.
Were you in the meeting?
They
Do you
came.
remember that meeting?
Yeah, they came to
no,
me.
before they came,
yeah.
where they agreed to bring those ones. Were you there?
No, they just came to update me.
Or the coaches?
Yeah, the coaches.
And what did you advise them?
Now, I told them, if you have agreed as coaches, then to your agreement, do your agreements as per the law. And when the day came, those players who came, mimi sijui wachezaji, they told me, no, chairman, hii team imebeba. Tutumie, tufuate sheria. And I told them, okay, tufuate sheria. And the fixtures of the next match were posted the next weekend, because that first weekend kulikuwa na mvutano, game hazikuchezwa. And I told them, let us follow our rules and regulations as they state. And that is actually now where all the problems came, because it is true, a team might have foreigners, but I don't know. So we have the criteria, we have now the rules and how you can handle that situation, and we have stated them in our rules and regulations.
Okay. This is very difficult.
We are shifting to the initial prayer. The initial prayer has not been answered. Now we are at other auxiliary issues. Can we get it clear? Then we proceed systematically.
Which prayer? Which allegation?
The accounting bit.
The accounting of
140.
The accounting of 140.
Yeah. No, the accounting of 70,000. after we did our MDTCs for last financial year, whereby he was one of the trainees, of the trainers.
The trainers, yes.
Yeah, I have a screenshot in the group of the Emali Mulala ward of congratulations, kudos. This is the wonderful thing that has ever happened to our young talents. May God locate their favor always. To our esteemed council, thank you for your selfless act.
That's a message from
From Shadrach Mumo. That is after we have concluded our MTTCs and our
Last financial year.
And our inter-MTTC competitions at Mulala. So I have it here.
It was a screenshot.
It is a screenshot, and it has.
So he was happy with the process.
He was happy
at
with the
that
process
time.
at that
Share
time.
with me that one.
Let me respond. When we did for the sports, as a coach, because the participants, they really enjoyed the way we did it, in spite of the mega challenges we faced there. Because it was one of the first time we began. But the only problem that I had with the chairman, leave about now the sports, I can't be negative in it because I trained, I sweat, I got something, I got allowance, enjoying the, enjoying that. But now when I came to ask about accounting, how was the money used? Because we had some challenges here. Kids were complaining about the lunch was not, though we played, but the lunch was a little bit wanting. The transport for them, their welfare, it was not looked, was the money not enough? He said that money wasn't enough. Give us now the accounting. How did you account first for the 70 if you know we can add 140? He had nothing to show. He said that all was well.
Shadrach, what to be honest with each other, out of the 70,000, you have raised a specific concern so that this team, the Wazir, can respond, because they are the guys in charge of the finances. Because ukisema generally, yes, generally ni mbaya, but what were the issues?
Yeah, so the issue,
out of the 70, ulipata kadogo, mwingine alipata. Do you think there was a lump sum kind of money which was misappropriated? Something like that, so that we can proceed. Please.
Yeah, the way it was being conducted, like the welfare of the participants. Every team has a team manager that manages the welfare to make sure that these people, first about the first aid, and also about the lunch, their welfare, because they cannot play without the energy. They need the energy. We also had a problem with water. Water was also a mega problem, because even there, the school itself does not allow the learners even the players to use the preserved water, because there are those designated areas you are not supposed to get. Again, the lunch, the way it was being administered, it's just about the welfare. Yeah, it was the welfare. It was the welfare. So when I raised that, then I asked the chairman, is the 70,000 not enough? Because even when they were ferrying kids to Mulala, I expected now to organize about the transport because the money was there. But he kept quiet. I kept on calling him. He told me, wait, I'll tell you.
Chairman, deal with this team.
Yeah.
So
about now the transport. I asked now. I want there's a friendly between the subboard, Emali, MDTC, and Mulala. There's a friendly which is being held here. How are we going to take our participants now that they've been training in the camp? He said about the transport. I'll tell you. The chairman himself. The chairman.
I want to.
So it is. We are talking about the problem.
The Wazirama, the CEO,
What
those two people.
Yeah. What was the challenge which was there? It was about transport going for the friendly. After now the competition and again the welfare of those children.
Shandaka, before we direct all the CEO response, you know there's a budget. They cannot approve that money without a budget. There should be a budget of how to spend that 7,000. And that budget has to be approved by the council. The council is here. If they have the budget, they forward the budget for the payment to the executive. So we should know on that budget. You can say it was a lab money. In the government, there is something called procurement. The price you buy a bread at the shop is not the same the price when it is procured, is bought. So we want to confirm from them if there was before you are alleging to the chairman because the people should pay they are these ones. They should tell us was there a budget to spend that 7,000. Then after that is where to know
who is supposed to tell us where the money is.
So I think, Nicholas, you can proceed and shed some light.
Okay, thank you. Through the chair, I just want to respond to what my brother here is alleging. One, I understand the council has got two phases of budgeting these monies. There's the lump sum, like they sat down and said that we are going to spend 7,000 in these MDTCs. Thereafter, they need to have a sitting now, as she is alleging that they probably, you know, we cannot limit our players probably from using a nearby primary school to do practice and what have you. In as much as we are calling them multidisciplinary talent centers, it's good we get another picture and vile vitu kwa ground ziko. Unapata there is a coach here who wants to nurture talents za vijana hapa mtaani. So when they report there, he takes that role. So as a government, now we are looking at how do we also ensure that we nurture that spirit so that we can have more of our kids doing that practice. So first phase of budgeting is now that lump sum. That's no problem. Second phase, which can even come after they have left the camp.
The spending now.
Yes, the spending. That's when we will say that we had, in this ward, we had this number of talent, multidisciplinary talent centers, which were operational. And now, to be fair to them, we will look forward to probably having some compensation, or rather some budget allocations. They come up with probably a breakdown of saying that out of the 7,000, we had more kids on this side, so the expenses were high. And that's why, from our discussion about that, we even went ahead to give some support to private entity. To me, from where I sit, so long as there were talent that was being nurtured there, it is in good spirit. We don't have any other for athletics, so we considered them. And again, before we did the consideration, the same council where I believe they were members too, we don't just say tunatuma pesa hapa. They come with that proposal. Ours is to approve. For so that budget they are talking about should have come from that same council. So we are going to spend this amount from this for this talent center, for this talent center. So that is what I approve. Actually, probably I even sometimes we had sent my team. I sent my team to go around with that packet of juice, looking at are they really operational? And I believe they visited some, but we could not visit all during that section of the case.
So I'm not yet sorted the issue of the budget, because I think I understood out of the 70, 20 went to the private camp, the athletics camp. So 50 was spent now to run the other affairs.
Yes.
Was there a budget which you approved at some point? Ama Kisoi, yes, Ama.
Or the ESO.
Ama.
I think, Chair, that breakdown can be provided.
No, we want it, so we don't want it cooked.
Yeah,
we want it to know it from here.
Because it's somewhere.
We want to know what is there.
There should be a breakdown and an expenditure which she should have. Because this is money which was also surrendered.
Now the communication is miscommunication. I have handled 70 for the council, not for the MDTC.
Pardon? The earlier communication as per this is the one which now made her not to have the breakdown for the 70 and the expenditure. But that can be provided immediately. It is not something, it is within records and can be provided. That earlier miscommunication on MDDC and the council will have been the challenge. Chair, I will request some leave to attend to something else, but the team here should be able to handle any issue.
No, we need to agree before you leave. The CEO and the director provide that breakdown. Because if they run the affair,
the breakdown and the expenditure,
these petitioners feel that money was not spent appropriately.
Yes.
That is it. So we can proceed in that understanding.
So the
we
team
want
must,
that justification
the team
to our
must
end.
provide the expenditure for the 50,000. The 20
Provide to us,
actually 70.
because after the report we'll share the findings to the
Yes.
petitioners.
That's
You
true.
should also be aware. Mwisho tuwatumia msome what we agreed.
That is true.
Then
And also the proposed breakdown for the 140
Yes.
will also be provided.
Yes.
It has not been expended, but there is a proposal on how to run it. But that has not been paid. Maybe, Chair, by the time we received this communication, some of the payments had been done, and therefore we were unable to honor the recommendation that we stop the payment before anything. So by the time we received, we had paid made some payments, but we have ensured no payment has been done from the date we received.
Can you clarify the payment that has been done?
No, because it's clear. When we start in the assembly, that's the time we stop them paying.
Yes.
But the process already started.
Yes, we had already paid.
But I think it was on Wednesday. Now from
no, communication was done on
You know, Chair,
we need to go procedure so that we agree when what happened.
This petition became valid when it was tabled.
Yes.
So the date it was tabled, it is not the payment were done the previous date.
Ah, that is it.
You know, so it was submitted in a day, but the tabling is when it becomes active.
It becomes legal
when
when
it
it
was
was
tabled in the assembly.
I am aware the directive actually went the following day from the assembly.
Yes, I received it.
However, your own schedule from the directorate said that Emali was received, and Kilome in total, Emali, not Kibwezi West, was supposed to
Paid on
get their
Friday.
disbursements on Friday the 13th. So what necessitated the coming back?
Okay.
We released schedules for payment, and those payments were given our last date, so that the
By
players
this
can
day.
expect money by this date. By this
The
date.
deadline.
So yeah, so that it's not the actual disbursement, but the players to expect by this, because that was the query from everybody, that when are we receiving the money? So we had to give them the target date. So nothing was stopping us from paying any that as no problem. But immediately we received the communication, we stopped
So
any
you can-
payment,
you can-
and we will not pay until this matter is resolved.
So you're saying that not all the 2 million has been disbursed?
No.
We should share.
Only a few things have been paid.
Yeah, we can give the actuals, because those are figures, and the actuals, we can declare to the House how much had been paid and how much is still awaiting payment.
Okay,
That
thank you.
can be done, Chair.
So I think the committee, are you in agreement that we release Waziri because
we can
something
release
is
Waziri.
has
But
stopped
then
but it
before
was our
we
day,
leave
madam.
another matter which we feel, Chair, look at the petitioner's prayers, so that if there is another matter which
that
the Waziri to
requires
respond,
Waziri.
we give. If there is nothing of any important urgency.
But you know, if he
We have
places
issues.
his
We have
seal-
issues.
The task.
Yeah.
CEO is equivalent to
This, this is not a matter of a person, it is a
It's the
department,
office.
and it's the office. But just for the comfort of the petitioners, if there is any issue that specifically requires my attention, I can probably give another 5 minutes.
From
Chair.
the petition, especially the prayers.
There are prayers, we can go one by one, that the Ligi Mashinani funds temporarily withheld to avoid being squandered. That I have already answered. The public participation exercise repeated under the guidance of the sports officer for it to be credible. A lot has already happened. So what we can say, any expenditure beyond today can be subjected to fresh consultations with the sports stakeholders. That I can give a commitment as the Waziri. All volleyball league Mashinani games played again, since only one ladies team affiliated with the chairman was awarded 15,000. The chair, this matter was brought to my attention, and there were about 5 or 6 teams that had declared intention to participate. But as per the fixtures, there were challenges in the fixtures. Chair, we also happened to understand that the teams, the other teams that had been proposed to undertake this league involved junior players. So I directed that all the money that had been allocated under this league be directed to the junior league, and these teams be given a fresh opportunity to play under a junior league. And a junior league is going to be done, and it is going to be in consultation with the sports stakeholders, so that we do not subject junior players with senior players. That's why we have, in all the wards now, we have put a cutoff that we must have junior league and senior league. So in Emali, it is not going to be an exception. We are going to have junior league and senior league. So the junior league has not happened, and it is going to happen. Normally, when in a league, a team has not been provided, the awards for other teams have not been done, they load the money to the first team. For this case, I said it should not be done, and that money should go to the junior league. So the junior league now will be getting some more funds from what has been agreed on the public participation, and we shall plan the junior league with all the stakeholders and ensure the junior league takes place. Then the chairman and vice secretary relinquish their council duties on grounds of corrupt conduct. That I think I leave to the committee. It is not me to give. Okay. Maybe just to give some submission that through the interaction with the sports councils and on this matter, we have realized some issues which have to be handled administratively as a department. And I have actually been working on them so that administratively we can be able to put the council to account. We feel that there is no reason that a chair should remove a stakeholder from the group. All the stakeholders must be accommodated with that group, and any issues they raise must be handled without. So removing a stakeholder from the WhatsApp group is a no, and that is something we are already taking place administratively. In my interaction with the teams also, I received some complaints around safeguarding at the talent centers. Safeguarding is whereby the children feel exposed or not protected when they are doing the games, and therefore to make sure we do not have any misunderstanding and suspicions around that matter, and to ensure that our MDTCs get the correct treatment. I actually appointed a committee to look into the operations of the Flyover Talent Center and further come up with the guidelines on the operations of MDTCs so that we avoid any misunderstanding around the handling of our children, and therefore so that the sports is not given a bad name. And therefore, I want to give this letter as part of my submission to the House. And also, during my interaction, there was a question around baseball existence in Emali, Mulala ward, and hence having not been given an opportunity in Ligi Mashinani. And therefore, since there was no clarity on its existence, I also appointed another committee to ensure that we are able to get to the bottom of the issue of baseball, and therefore that baseball, because we have to promote every sport, and if there is a sport that exists in the world, it is our duty to promote it. But we wanted to go to get the facts. So I also want to give this as part of. In conclusion, we are ready to cooperate with this committee to make sure we improve the sports. Whatever we come up with, even for Emali Mulala ward, would be will enrich our handling of sports across the whole county. And therefore, we request the committee to be fair to both the petitioners and every other side, because whatever the case, the output of this should be able to enrich our sporting in Makueni County. Makueni County, across the whole country, is just yesterday I had a meeting on the planning of CHISA, which is a national event, and everybody is in full of praise of Makueni sports. So we have an obligation to make sure we are improving every day. And I request the committee to be part of this improvement and giving us the right guidance where we may need to give guidance. Otherwise, we also acknowledge some gaps in the issues, and like I've said, we have been taking administrative action. Thank you.
Thank you, Waziri.
Okay.
So,
There's something I want to present.
to Waziri.
Yeah. So, after the challenges that we have been faced since November, since last year when we worked with the sporting officer, that is Lucy Kali, we had issues. Because these issues we tried to solve even at ground level. We started with the chairman, he refused to listen to us even before the league started. He can confirm the same. We called her to come and check on the issue. What is our cry before we start all the impeachment and the petitioning? She ignored us. We contacted the MCA office. They told us they have no time for that. We went to that's why we started the impeachment process. We went to Mr. Director on the same. That's why I sent the Waziri.
Yeah.
Okay, just a minute,
I was never reached out to.
Okay, so we.
Actually, Chair.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
No.
That's why we're here.
No,
Let me finish.
When name is mentioned, Chair,
Let me finish.
it's not good to listen
Yeah.
to lies.
Let me
Because-
finish.
Because it's his word against.
Let me finish.
It's good he has raised
Yeah,
the
yeah.
issue of director, and director is saying
So,
he's not part of
when it became.
also I'm here, Chair.
Yes, yeah. Don't worry.
I think, Chair,
Okay, let me.
cannot lead him in.
Let me explain. You defend
I'm
your.
the chair.
Yes.
Just relax.
Yeah. So
Finish,
okay,
conclude.
yeah. So after that, we decided now to reach Waziri through the petition and even the letter of impeachment notice to the chairman and the vice secretary, who I'm expected to see him here. We did all we can since November to stop, to get a solution on the same. So after that, he acted. After acting, the chairman, who is also the director, came for the impeachment to listen. After that, he read, he could not conclude anything. He took it back to Waziri, said, Waziri, this one I can't handle. Waziri himself, he came, he gave the judgment. Yeah, I'm just
Are you justifying the petition?
Yeah, so that now I can deliver this. So
But we all agree that you are
Yeah.
free to do the petition, whether there was a
That's the
process
level.
before
Yes,
that or not.
it doesn't matter what
Nobody
you have
is
done.
accusing you of
yeah.
bringing this
So what we
petition.
did, we agreed that we, as a guild, it will be very difficult because we also represent the petitioners who has also sent us. Very difficult to work with the sports officer. So we have drafted a letter to the minister to kindly transfer her. And this is the letter.
Please,
We have just
I think you
requested.
should just hand over the letter and his.
Yeah.
That is
But
not a subject
because
in
but
this.
because it
Yeah.
has come, I can still deliver.
If it is the letter to Waziri, just hand it over to Waziri. Then he will know what to do with it because it's not attached. It's not copied to us.
But I think, Chair, with all due respect, I request this letter be delivered to the office so that it is acknowledged and they are given a copy so that
Yeah.
I will ask from her a letter that has been received. I can't receive letters here.
On the road.
Yeah, I mean, just
It's
I
not
have
part
an
of
office.
what we were handling today.
There is an office and it needs to be acknowledged.
Follow up, please.
Follow up.
Umenielewa?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
go
we'll
to
visit
my
the
office,
office. Okay,
get
so-
it
so-
received, stamped.
Waziri, you address the chair. Address the chair.
Yes.
The director. Address the chair.
Director also wants to exonerate himself
Yes.
that he was never contacted
Neither
for
phone
that
call,
impeachment.
neither physical, neither by letter, neither by any means. These petitioners
So are you
have never
giving
reached to me.
false information to the committee that you contacted Waziri?
You are not.
No, I've said the minister. I wrote to the minister. Then he sent him.
No, that's not what you put in the schedule.
Yeah. No, I've said the minister. Then he reached. That is what I've said.
But Chair, as you also consider this, the sports has structures, and in this case, they were actually not followed. Otherwise, we would not be getting to this level. But of course, we will be guided by your direction.
It's okay.
Well, Chair, I think it's also good I make this clarity. My office has never been absent in any matter, and I was not invited as a person and given them. In fact, Chair, I can confirm to this committee, it comes a time when my attention is needed, I personally invite them for meetings. Before even the department came up with the regulations, I sat with the coaches, the captains, the council, and we came up with our ward regulations, even before we had the approved regulation in the department, because these problems have been recurring every other day.
But thank you for your time, Waziri. We will be left with your able officers. Whatever they are not able to handle, I don't think there is anything they are not able to handle. So we will give you our
work as a team.
Yes, we'll give you our blessings. And yeah, this, as we said earlier, this is not a session to defend or protect anyone. So as we are out to protect the truth only and justice for the people and protect the government as well. So,
Thank you, Chair.
yeah, so you're free to...
Whatever guidance that should come out of this should be for the better of sports in Emali Mulala Ward and Makueni County.
Thank you. Okay, so looking at that, I think we've handled most of the issues so that we don't waste so much time.
Go through them.
What has not been answered, we can shoot it immediately so that we conclude. There is the issue of procurement of substandard uniforms. The chairman and his council, did they do procurement?
Yeah.
And what is the guideline regarding procurement? Who is supposed to do the procurement? And did you see the uniforms and were they substandard? Department.
Okay. Thank you, Chair. With your permission, I will request members, now that this is a consultative meeting, we do consultations without analyzing the sugar levels, so that we can say I've seen some tension when we are giving points. We are just consulting, we are making our county better. So let's not have emotions. I will request my director to go through the response in as far as that allocation is concerned. Number 7. Read the response, please.
The word executive committee, the allegation is that the chairman and his council should never be allowed to procure sports equipment since they bought substandard uniforms. Response, the word executive committee does not do procurement, but they do the sums allocated to teams as cash awards. They ensure that the moment teams get their Ligi, Mashinani team facilitation and cash awards, they ensure each team gets an amount set aside to have clubs purchase one set of uniform and above. To ensure all sports gears are available as during the Ligi Mashinani season. Some of the equipments like balls and uniforms were worn out, and the only time we can do a replacement is during the time the clubs have some resources. So the procurement made by clubs are in as per their sports item need and is at their level of decision, which the government cannot dictate in terms of club expenditure and use, but the Ward Executive Committee ensures the teams have benefited by the ward allocation and all team members receive their share as per allocation. During the last fiscal year, the complainant received balls or uniforms for his registered teams.
So, in addition to that, Chair, I want to probably give an addition. When this council sit down and they do public participation, and they say the first team is going to receive this amount of money, as an office, unless we are consulted, we are not in a position to get to their inner, how they are going to use the 20,000. So the teams will probably look at their own problems and state that in our allocations, we are going to purchase this. So if there is any purchase that was done, which, or rather procurement which was done, was not privy to our office, but we have advised the sports officers to liaise with those teams in case they need some technical know where to get quality things and what have you we provide. Thank you.
Okay, we need to know who did the procurement from the chair, what was being bought, and for which team.
Okay.
The chair. what was being bought and for which teams? And who bought?
Our rules stated that any team that had participated in the Ligi Mashinani to its finality shall be awarded a pair of uniform. And we had teams which had been disqualified from the league. The rules stated that they would not receive any facilitation. So, with the amounts we received as a council and in consultation with the coaches, we agreed to purchase uniforms for all teams, those that participated in Ligi Mashinani, to the final day. And that is exactly what we did. And because we had a fewer allocation, we had to consider all the teams. And in fact, we had to reduce the number of pieces each team would get so that we can consider all the teams.
Which teams are those?
We need to understand.
For the 2024-2025 financial year, not this financial year.
Yes.
Yes.
The previous league.
Yeah, the previous league.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know the teams that qualified for that sports.
I have the list in
and
the minutes.
Equipment.
Yeah, I have also the photos for that day during the issuance of the jerseys.
And who did the purchases?
The purchases were done by the Sports Council.
How did the money reach you now as a council?
Yeah, as a council and during the public participation, we agreed on having few individuals who would receive the cash on our behalf.
As what? As what?
As members of council.
As the members.
No, to do what?
It was stated as team's appreciation. Yes. In the budget, it was stated as team's appreciation. Yeah, so that we can get that money and then do
purchasing now.
Yeah, purchase for our teams so that we can factor.
So you had an agreement.
Yeah.
As a council.
Yes.
We receive, some members receive money. How much?
Every council, they were.
How much per person?
30,000.
30 times how many?
Per team.
Per person or per team?
Per team.
No, per person. Because we had a budget of 100 and. Let me confirm.
Chairman, before you continue, you know, you might receive money as a person, but for a team.
Yes. That is it.
You know, those are different statements. Yeah. You might be the chairman of the patron of the team, and the money is sent to you on behalf of that team.
Yeah.
And also you can be sent money as individual. For example, if you have 11 teams, everybody can be sent money to his own phone. So we want to know, this money for buying uniform, was it sent for individual per team, or it was sent for what?
No, it was sent on behalf of the Sports Council. We selected 6 because a maximum of only 30,000 is allowed.
In terms of interest.
Yeah.
It was sent from where? From the department?
Yeah, because it was team's appreciation, and because we wanted to have all these.
Do you have minutes for the same? For the council? You know, if you said you'll be sending to so and so, there should be a minute showing that we are receiving 120,000, and this money will be received by so and so and so. This is their ID number and this is their account number. Do you have the minutes for the council for the same?
I think.
To see who received.
Yeah. I think the department has the Excel sheet, which the amount was spread on, and they have those details.
And then
my issue, yes.
At your level, do you account for this money?
Yes, I account and I sign.
But it doesn't have the
when
minutes.
you are submitting.
But I'm sure you have the names.
Now,
Yes.
yeah, the minutes.
Excuse me, Chair.
Yeah.
I'm concerned and about the beneficiaries, the people who are receiving this money.
Yes.
How will they confirm that they have received so that you can send the same to the department?
Now we are not sending from the to the department. We are receiving.
How do you confirm to the department that you have paid the relevant people?
No, the money through the chair, the
I
money
think we are
was not for
mixing
payment.
issues.
The issue here I wanted to conclude with him, this money was for appreciation, but in paper it was for team appreciation, but in real sense it was to buy uniforms.
Exactly.
That's why
Exactly.
I'm against this. These small irregularities you are allowing will even kill the sport. Because these teams, now the council has agreed. And we know they agree all over. We know the reason why they are doing that. These teams, the council agree because they don't want the real procurement to go through the department. And we usually say it's expensive. Of course. We know the reasoning behind it. But when they go and procure, it was captured as team appreciation, 180,000. But the council knew they would go and buy uniforms. That is now the biggest problem.
Now, before she asks, I want to make a clarification from the department. That money they are sending as team appreciation to the council, I believe it's sent to somebody within the council.
Not somebody.
It is not somebody, a member of the council.
Players who outsiders.
Who identifies who will receive money on behalf of the
The chairman.
Yeah,
Not even the
No, let us clarify the chairman.
Because if it is appreciation, which
I had the issue with
I need to raise my hand.
a minute before you talk. A minute. I want us to be honest here. Don't victimize where the victimizing cannot take place. The reason is being because I'm also have a council at the Buma Super Ward. Chairman and the committee, if they sit down and they say appreciation of this team will be sent to so and so, they have authority to do so.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Yeah. So if they forward the name to the executive has to adhere to the council. So the executive will not be doing mistake, and also the council will not be doing. The problem will be if the chairman decides alone.
Exactly.
It's been decided by the whole committee. So that's the reason why. You listen first. Listen first. That's the reason why I was asking, is there any minutes showing the council sat down and they decided this money should be sent to this to do. You can say send the money for appreciation, but in the minute the council can say we are sending the money for appreciation for this team to buy uniform. It is also allowed.
Yeah.
Because the appreciation, their appreciation will be decided by the council.
Let her clarify.
Yes. I want to respond to that man. This one and this one has been to the council.
Yeah.
During the last financial year when I was making payment, we were seated together. With this one and the other members, the former secretary was called John. So what we agreed in that committee, they provided with me the list of the members, and the members were present, who will receive for the team appreciation. Then I gave forms to this one to go and distribute to them so that they sign and they share the amount. But today they are seated here, disowning, and they were part of the committee that
So
was
the
agreeing.
issue through the chair. So the issue they are raising, they are privy to.
Yes,
It's only that we don't
yes.
know.
She never gave me info.
Order.
I have the payment list for the last time I can provide it.
Order.
I also have the payment sheet for the committee that I provided the allowance
She's
for
just
that.
defending herself.
Order.
So,
Are you saying the where it was agreed the names that will receive the appreciation?
These members were present.
The council decided.
Yes, it was a complete council of 10 members. Everybody was present.
And those who were to receive, were they part of that council?
No.
Yes. Who are those people who are proposed to receive the money?
So what happened?
The relatives.
Chair.
They are people outside the council.
Yeah.
And are they players or stakeholders within the sports fraternity?
They are mothers.
Is that the practice in other wards, or it's just Emali?
It's Emali.
I think on the list.
And can we see the minutes of
And the
that
list.
agreement?
And the list. Chair,
as we clean our house, because we have seen that there is a very big loophole in that, I am looking it from a different perspective. Where, when I'm seated in the office there, I'm being told you are signing for team appreciation, team appreciation. You see, it raises no alarm that these monies will be recollected again and probably done. And number two, that payment fixture that I used to do the payment for Emali Mulala, I believe it was sent from the council, not from the chair. Unless, and if it was sent by the chair, why wait until we have all the monies distributed, even this time around, without saying, in Emali Mulala, we have a chair who decided to pay this money.
The payment was done. This thing, allow me to. I think, okay. Madam Chair, allow me to respond on that about
the CEO
the
is not
uniform.
finished. You can
Yes.
allow me
Or just concerned when we are receiving payment fixtures, or rather the Excel, from Emali Mulala, purporting to be coming from the council executive, and then someone says it came from the chair. Yet we are receiving these forms and even taking them back for the council to confirm that this is how we want our monies spent. And they agree. So now we are here, yes, we have, I've seen there is a balance of 740 which has not been dispersed. I had already sent this schedule to them and they agreed that let me do that payment that is in. So I think
you see,
we
CEO,
yes,
the issue is not you, what you did. The issue is coming from the public regarding who received the money and who agreed on that name. That is the issue. Because you were presented with a name and you did what you were supposed to do. So what we want to heal is now where the names are coming from, the process of coming up with the names, so that everyone is comfortable. So we can't run away from the problem.
Yes, that's
and
why
start offering solutions.
Chairman.
Before we
that's why I was saying our house seems to be dirty.
Yeah.
As we clean the house, I wasn't telling them, as we clean the house, let's not hide our heads under the sun.
Yes.
Because the council members said, whatever happened that time, actually it's a very big irregularity. One, they lied to my office to probably put a signature of monies which were intended to do ABCD, and they went and diverted that. So it's good, now we say this loophole can be probably done this way so that we don't have such happening again. And I want to talk again to the council and any member. That is an irregularity. We need to have a fixture, or rather an Excel, that speaks for the people of Emali.
Chair, me that time I
Let's
refused
have the
to
last one.
sign. I never signed for the money.
This young man
What
must
is
have
the
done
issue?
something.
Yes?
Nilikuwa nataka kusema hiyo mambo wanasema mambo na kutuma pesa waliongea kama committee ndio watoe pesa. Hakuna vile utaniambia kuna mtu mtakuja mkae chini kwa committee muongee na yeye na umwambie nitatumia mtu wetu pesa na akubaliane na wewe. Hakuna mtu atakubali utumie mtu wao pesa ya michezo.
Chairman, I want to clarify something here. You know, tuzijipiche, let me use a Kiswahili. Tuzijipiche kwa mchanga. The truth is, now these members who are the elected members, they know. Kwao, in my ward, Go Masumba ward, they bought uniform. I want to confirm, it's like at watu wajidanganye. The council itself, ikikaa chini and decide, tuna appreciate na tunatuma kwa huyu. Wao wakikaa examine. That's the reason why I was asking. Is there any minutes kuonesha wali agree? Kwa sababu waki agree, the answer are tight for the executive. So chairman mwenyewe ndiye wenyewe wanakaa chini as a council. Do you know why they do that? To procure uniform using the normal government system is very expensive. Sometimes they hide your appreciation so that they can procure more. Problem ni kuwa kama kunasemekana there was a money sent na mtu akakimbia nayo, that now will be the problem. But if the money was spent well,
Of course, it was not spent well because they are saying they bought some standards.
Substandard. The reason is, let me clarify. When you do that appreciation and you buy it,
approved by anybody, so that cannot be used as an evidence.
Yeah.
No, you are part of that council. You need also to guide us, madam. You are part of that council. No.
When we were...
How would we know that that was the meeting? We want minutes. Before he gets the minutes, can you say what you wanted to say?
I was
Kwa haraka,
that former
please.
council.
Yes.
He never called us. He called just some of the there were only 3. There were 10 council members. Chairman and the other council and the household. They went to Nairobi and bought the uniforms.
3 council members and the SO.
How much? No. Let's be procedural. You had 180,000.
Yeah.
Where Ukwa?
We never knew.
Sawa, we never. How many pairs were bought? How many teams bought uniforms?
He never told us.
There's nothing.
Teams
were called.
It's
Okay.
on his own business.
Kindly.
Okay, the officer.
Kindly, I want to respond. We are seated, the 10 of us, everybody was present. Chair, kindly give those students beyond their for the last payment. Me, they assured me they would buy. Then after that, I got the budget for the uniforms. I got a budget of 180. Football got 15 pieces each team. Each team, 15 teams, each team getting 14 pieces. At 15 teams? 15 teams? 15 teams. 15 teams for football, each getting 14 pieces. Then we had volleyball teams.
At what cost?
At a cost of 550. One piece was 550.
One piece, like a short and a
Yes.
and
Yeah.
a vest.
Yeah. So the total was 107,250. That is 15 teams times 14 pieces. That is 195 times 550. That was the breakdown. Volleyball, 8 teams, each getting 9 pieces at 550. Athletics,
Totaling that's total.
a total of 39,600. 8 times 9, 72, 72 times 550. Then athletics, 15 pieces, each at 550.
How many? 15?
15 only.
Oh, 15 only.
15 pieces only.
At 550?
Yes, 8250. Basketball, 8 pieces, each at 550, a total of 400. Then we had 2 balls, each at 500, now for basket, a total of 7,000. And for 1 ball at 2,000.
Was there an invoice or something or a receipt?
Nothing. Nothing.
Or they just came and told you?
Yeah.
and wrote?
It was a report.
The former treasurer, Ebe. So what I can say, I want the madam to withdraw. The madam was said I was part of the convoy that went to buy. Me, I facilitated. I ensured we are all in a meeting. They agreed, and then they appointed from the committee those who will go and purchase on behalf of the committee.
Okay. Will you withdraw or were you in the meeting?
Now, huo wakati SO alikuja, hiyo maneno vile iliendelea, election ile ingine vile alikuja akasema nisionekane karibu na nisipewe form. Nisijaribu kupewa form hata ya kuwa kwa kazi.
Hii ya Nairobi
Nairobi. Waje ya kutoka Nairobi unaenda ingine.
Was she part of the team procuring the uniform?
Yes.
Did you see her?
Ndio walikuwa na chairman SO na hao other 2 council members, Safari mwenye anaibichiwa na Kipisi pia na chairman and
No.
So,
it has to be very clear. You start down as a committee. Where the minutes, I thought Girl, you have got the minute. In attendance. She was not
Who agreed
she was not there.
in the meeting
It's
where
only
they were
Shadrach who was
agreeing who will go to procure?
Where?
Were you there?
In that meeting. On 25th of March.
That meeting was
Meeting
calling some of us, not
that she participated in that tour to Nairobi for the buying of the certificate.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
it
go
was only some
procedurally.
of
Not part of it, how did she know?
Let's go procedurally.
Submit evidence, kind of.
Was the people going to procure, was it agreed in a meeting?
No.
Were you in the meeting?
I was not in the meeting because they lost. I was not in
You
the
know,
meeting.
it's her word against hers. We have no evidence from any of them.
Yeah.
We were
Let
not
us
there
be-
either.
Let us be given minutes for that meeting.
Yeah.
Chair, are there minutes for that meeting where it was agreed so and so will go
By
and
the
purchase?
And the invoice, the ones which have
And
been.
the invoice.
Where you are, does the council have
I
the
think through the chair,
meeting
these
minutes?
people have been in the former committee. Now because they are not in the committee, they are fighting. That time, we agreed with them. We agreed with them and the other committee. If they can be brought here, they can testify. They agreed as a team to reject. We are in agreement. We'll also appoint a few people to go and purchase on behalf of the Emali. So they were in agreement. So why are they denying?
Where are the minutes?
Chair, there is no meeting without minutes.
Yes, where are the minutes, Chair?
Even those minutes and the
Yeah, I've
invoices.
submitted them.
Umeziona? Well, it was agreed who is buying.
Actually, the agenda number 2 was about uniform, and Shadrach, you were present.
Yes.
Meeting
were present.
Which meeting was that?
Yeah.
Council. Me, I'm not from the council.
This was a
Those was where you
Last
were there.
financial
last
year.
financial year.
I wasn't in the
Coaches
council.
and captains.
What are you talking about? You see now?
On
Ah,
agreement, no.
Me, council,
He was
require
not a member of the board. Yes.
For clarification,
All the members.
It was between coaches.
Let us
agreement,
listen to each other, members.
correction please. On agreement on how the uniforms would be purchased, it was a public participation. It was not only the council.
Not council meeting.
Yeah. We had coaches and Shadrach was one of them.
Yes. Coaches and captains.
Coaches and
Coaches, mainly we dealt with coaches. Yeah. I
So
have
hapo
also
ndio we
forwarded,
identify who is going to purchase.
yeah, and I have also, no, on the number of pieces to be bought, yeah, and how many teams. And I have also shared the photos.
We have documentation.
Did you agree on what quality you wanted?
Yes, on the meeting. Yeah.
Is that
It was,
this one?
Okay, let me respond. Let me respond. Yeah, let me get seated. Now, the uniform, after we agreed the appreciation, the uniforms, they were uploaded in the group, the samples, and the team to identify the colors through the WhatsApp group. Now you see, whatever now we saw there in the WhatsApp, it was so beautiful and good, because even me also procure for my teams. But whatever was delivered, it was substandard, oversized, and not branded. Now this is what we expected. This is what we expected. This is what we expected. The material. Now this material is soft. This is what I procure for my team. This is Municipal Eagles. This is the quality of the uniform that we procure. There's another one here. This is Municipal Eagles, Angels. This is what we procure. Very soft. But this one, it was a little bit rough, but oversized. So you find that it is not the quality that we, and this one they're a little bit, you cannot even tell how much. Huh? This is what I procure for my team.
No,
and this one normally goes for.
Okay, I have a question.
100, yeah.
So that we can proceed through the chair.
Chair?
Yes.
The other chair. Yeah. And the coaches. While you are seated to decide on the process of going to purchase, did you get a sample at hand other than the photo? You've talked about a photo. You are a coach.
Yeah.
Did you ask for a sample that you can touch and feel?
We asked in the group, but there was no response. So there are those. I believe there were 4 people. One of them was bragging to one of the council members. I won't mention the name withheld.
Why?
They went.
No, but you have mentioned people. No.
Yeah. So there are 4 who went to buy. There are 4 who went to buy. And I understand from what they were saying, every member who went there was given 7,000. You know who went to purchase?
and even they were talking about it.
Chair, with your
So we
permission.
had the secretary.
Kindly let's not, we are here to set this house clean. We cannot set it clean when we are hiding
Information, some names.
Now, there's something here.
So we
No,
need to know the name.
no, listen to the point of order because it's on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kindly you can name that person or that officer.
So we had Mulinge. Mulinge was a council member.
Mulinge.
Shedrack Mulinge. There was Kioko. Kioko anaitwa nani?
Mesha.
Daniel Kioko, si Mesha. Daniel Kioko.
Thank you.
In fact, even
Daniel Kioko,
what was their role?
What is the role of Daniel?
Daniel Kioko he was a council member, former council member.
So it is council member.
Yeah, the former council. So
So
even
there's
I
no
remember,
government officer who was there.
Yeah. So
But before we proceed, there were allegations by the lady that the officer went to purchase.
Yes.
And now you are bringing a different narrative.
me, I'm talking about on my case. Because even Daniel called me when he was in Nairobi. He asked me the color. Okay, when you look at this,
so
let me explain.
No.
Yeah.
So that lady should withdraw all the allegations that implicating the official, the government officers.
And again, Chair, we are on oath to withdraw or to tell the truth.
Yeah, but
To tell are we on oath to we keep withdrawing when we are lying with the committee?
No, Chair, it's now clear to us she lied. You know,
And it's on record, eh?
It's on
The
record.
answer is capturing and we are live.
Now, so this uniform, it has pockets. I've never seen one like this. My players always pocket. Sometimes when maybe we are trained, they put something here. Contrary to what we expected, even the county, there's what it procures. Now, a typical short, a standard one, doesn't have any pocket. It's like this, and even it is labeled. It is very flexible. Now, this one is a little bit rough. So, when this uniform they were brought, even when I asked him, he denied in front of the cameras during the impeachment as an evidence. He said that he did not procure this. We Emali spikers, he can confirm even the color if he has the photos. When we were receiving the uniform, we have never worn this uniform for the last 2 years. Because it is still new. No, it is still new. It is still new. We have never worn it. It is still new, not one. Because they were saying did not procure. It is here. We have never worn it.
Again, Chair, with your permission.
So we believe that it was a kid, because when you look at this and what we procure, the prices, because even he has refused even to date, even when we are doing the impeachment process, he didn't show the invoice, how much. The receipts, they were not there, how much. My problem is about accountability and transparency.
Yes, that is also what I was asking, if it was provided. It seems like there was nothing. Let's move on.
Some information, Chair, that I need clarity on. They said he has not worn it for the last 2 years.
Last one, that is 2024, 2025.
My years, you said 2 years. Can you confirm?
This is the second year, the second year. Because we have been having matches, we have never
So
won it.
they've not won it since it was bought.
It was bought, that is it.
So, through
Yes,
the chair,
Director.
which budget are we talking about? We are not
24
This one, yeah,
This was
for
bought
180,000, yeah, the one that is in the petition there. 2024, 2025.
2024,
Financial year,
2025.
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now we are in 2025.
2026. Now still, in the same breath, we have their team appreciation was 240,000 this year again to procure balls, not uniform. Now that the teams have gotten the balls, there is 240 for the same process.
Sent to the same people.
The same people. Now, strangely, because we have the beneficial list, even from there, I can see the chief officer signed here. Now, the 240,000, those people have been allocated the money. It is a shocker to many. Now, each individual, they are not part of the council. They're not part of the federation. They're not part of any affiliating sporting activity. These people, they have been allocated goodies to enjoy themselves. One is charity.
But
I'm just
you need
giving
to
an
be
example.
sensitive.
Yeah.
Or now you are
Yes.
working. No, we need to, Chair, you need to be very sensitive. You started like this year, they'll buy balls. Then you proceed and say they have been already goodies. You know, you need to be consistent, my friend.
That's why I'm saying I'm on this. I'm not
But
out
then
of order.
you cannot
Okay.
say they will buy balls, then you
Now,
bring other issues.
okay.
If it's not balls, tell us what they are going to buy.
Yes.
So that we know
So
exactly.
what we did, the
Please.
public participation, it was about to buy balls, the 240,000. And since the balls have not been procured, I don't understand what was the hurry and the haste to release the money. Now that money for 240, which was meant for representation of team, it has been sent several individuals who are not in any sporting activity. One is Charity Musyoki. She's the municipal officer at Emali. She has received 30,000. Next is Mwelu Moindi, the mother to the vice secretary who is impeached. I expected him here with the chairman. The next one is Assumpta Ndoli, the wife to the chairman. Alfred Sami, the brother to the vice chairman again, who I'm also expecting him.
Why are they being allocated the money?
Yeah, to keep the money, appreciation, even the procurement has not
That
been
is why
done
we were
before.
asking,
Yeah.
who are these people?
No,
Yes.
no. You know,
Let me
need to be very
finish.
clear.
Let me
No,
finish.
you need to execute your matter in a better way can also follow, because you have an agenda, I know, which is not bad. But let's agree. Because you sat down in a public and agreed you have 240 to buy what balls. In that meeting you sat, did you agree who will receive this money? Because we know it's an irregularity.
Yes.
In that committee you sat, did you agree
Now,
who will receive this money and this money so that they can go and buy balls for our teams?
Now, this committee, it has never
No,
been.
no,
Okay,
proceed the
yeah.
way
Were you in the
you are
meeting?
in that.
Yeah, me was not in the meeting. However, okay, the PP was 240,000.
The PP, who were the PP? Where you are?
Yeah, the budget it was 240,000.
To
That's
do
why I'm
what?
very clear.
To buy balls.
To buy
How will
balls.
that be done? I
Now,
want that
there,
to-
it was not clarified.
But you know how it was to be done.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was,
Okay.
we're talking about the
It's usually
council.
sent to beneficiaries.
Yeah.
Chair.
So that now they can buy. Please don't
Okay,
confuse me.
through the chair.
Yeah.
Through the chair.
Now, let me ask. Okay,
No,
let me
through the
continue.
chair. I think we are taking many circles. We understand now at that point, the council needs to get the money, to receive the money. We want to know the modalities, the criteria, and why did you pick on those individuals?
Not the stories you want to tell us. Exactly what Honorable Mulemba is saying.
Who picks the individual?
Let us hear from the sports officer.
Through the chair, before the sports officer, I think if we are to move forward, now that I have seen the release schedule and this money is sent to this, and this, the council is very smart that when we capped, each member should receive not more than 3,000. They have been allocated 3,000. So what the chair should probably table before this committee is, have you collected now the 240,000?
See?
Yes. For the, because it might even have used my name.
Yes.
So long as when I get the money, I will submit the money for the purpose it is intended for. So the issue should be, now do we have the 240,000 for the procurement, or rather have we already procured?
We have not yet procured, but we have the 240,000. The reason why we channel this money to such people, it is because this 240,000 for team's appreciation, the coaches and captains intended to purchase uniforms and balls. And it is our mandate as the Sports Council to ensure that we get the 240,000. So we had to have very trusted people to us. So that
Where has now the money been collected? Now
the money
from
now
those
is
people.
with the Sports Council.
Why can't the money just be sent directly to the sports council? You know, I'm not understanding.
That is it.
Why
Now-
do you need to pick other people from I don't know where
Yes.
to send the check?
Let me
Why don't
explain.
you even just spread it among the
let me
country?
explain a
Chair,
bit.
probably, Chairman, if I can help you. I think we also went to class. These council members are paid, so they have already received. So
Their
we need-
allowances.
Yes, they have allowances. So if we send them 30, it will be additional. So they are looking at somebody who is not anywhere.
And who
receive
will
the-
question if they receive more? Who will question?
We had
KRA?
already capped so that for transparency. We had said no one should receive more than in our elements.
But you know why? You know, if it's appreciation, you will know why you're sending a particular member more than 30, because they are in the council and there is another thing they are going to do with the money.
Yes.
It is very easy to explain.
Chair, we distribute the risk. You see, when you send me 100k and I run away,
But council member can't run away.
They can.
Okay.
And they have been, honorable chair.
But
they have been.
But it will be very easy because it is structured.
We need to know where we are coming from. Because and I believe you have been saying you have been the council, you have been the team. Initially, I think Kisui was there. Initially, all teams were not, all players were not directly sent their monies. The money used to go to a team manager or the captain, who would then to share the money to the players. Is that in agreement?
Yes.
But because we found some team managers and some captains could even not share the money. I had a personal experience personally in Mututwande. The captain was got the money. He left the girls in town. I had to intervene at night with the CEO. And I paid my own money, and everybody is aware. You raise the matter in the assembly. That's why we say you receive your own money. If you are a player, that's why you have the list, you get the money. This irregularity I'm telling you about is what will mess us. Like you agree, because I have my 10,000, I get 30, so that you can go and procure. Mutua from where we sit as a committee, that money should not be spent. It has to be recovered. If you cannot procure through the normal government system, give it a stop, honorable members. Because we have realized, no, just stop. It will have a lot of problems. Because this irregularity will bring, you see last time, everybody went to Nairobi to procure, got what, 7,000, if I had you well. Again, and I know, with a uniform of 550, you cannot buy a good quality and branded. We buy uniforms, and you have been in sports for a while. You cannot buy a good quality and branded. 550 is very little. A good ball, you are saying at 300, 3,500.
It's not a good ball.
You cannot get you cannot get a good ball. Let's appreciate it. But that bit, honorable members, and the job because is here, that should not. And any other word which has made that mistake, you should give it a stop straight away. Because that will bring more. We are now with Emali. Next time we'll have every word coming here.
But okay.
No, listen. We want to give some direction so that we can proceed. Because you cannot be allowed that appreciation. Because we know when you say appreciation, we can think as a team captain, you will share the money to the players and proceed. That is the thinking. But at your back in your mind, you know what you do. Even I know the money is going to clubs. More than money might go to buying some equipment. But how the council and the captain and the team managers might have some craft system to beat the normal government procurement. We need to be very sensitive and be very careful, because that will bring so many problems. Because when you give other non-government entities an opportunity to procure, what do you expect? What do you expect, Chair? Misuse.
Leakage.
Misuse and leakage of government funds. That's the problem. We need to conclude.
So the DS is giving recommendations already.
We need to agree on that, because they need to go home in that in mind.
Yeah.
That 240, which is your council recovered the money, should be recovered.
And we don't know if
and
it has
another
been
money
recovered.
captured as appreciation should not be disbursement, should be recovered.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, you have said it has been recovered. Has it been sent to one person's phone?
Yes.
Who is that person?
The vice chairperson.
Okay.
Let capture that word.
Yes.
I was saying, please, Chair, it is already under camera that procurement has issues, and that has to be requires a proper recommendation from the committee. I think we can go to the next.
Maybe before we leave that point, let us agree on this one thing. The Sports Council and the individual wards and the beneficiaries and the teams, at some point, once they play, once they benefit with their tokens, they are at liberty to do what they want. Sure. Let us agree this.
Yes.
We are talking about what our teams, our boys and girls benefit from. At the end, tail end.
Excuse me.
So, I think they have the mandate and autonomy to spend the money the way they want to spend. Right?
The players.
The players.
Yes.
That is their money. They want to go and eat mandazi, they go and eat mandazi. When they want to buy football balls, they go and buy.
Those are the cash awards.
Those are cash awards.
But this is a different topic. Called appreciation.
Yeah. Because we're talking about Madam Chair, we are saying about 30,000. There's someone who received 60.
Yes, 2 times.
Like Assumpta, the wife, received 60. Charity Musyoki and Charity Ngina. Those are 2 different.
Do you have
one person?
Remember last week compare with
Yes.
whatever is present.
We could be reading his own list.
Yeah.
I think as much as we
Yes.
are handling the issues, we are mixing them so much. We jump from one, we go to another.
So we are talking about
appreciation.
Appreciation. This is buying sports kits.
Yes. Balls. Balls.
Yes. Those benefits. So we are not talking about the cash awards.
No.
Now, at that point, I know what is eating what. We are trying to cut down on cost. Of course, we don't have enough budget. That's the key thing. The department. We are trying to scale down the spending to achieve uniform balls and spending less amounts of monies. So I think what is needed is to be in charge of the money being spent, to have quality control, checks and balances.
That is what
Right? I think the path is not that bad. That path is not that bad if we are talking about cutting down on cost. Right? Because I know that amount, that 240, we are talking about?
240.
240. If we go the normal way, we'll just buy for 1 team.
Yeah.
And we are done. Right?
Yeah.
So if we go this long process and we have checks and balances, we have samples, we approve, we have the printer doing the labeling, we take the normal processes, transparent, in a transparent manner, we are going to achieve a lot.
Yes.
So personally, I can't disregard that process. It's good. Because if it is handled properly with checks and balances and quality control, we can still achieve.
So nobody is disputing the process. The issue is transparency and accountability. If you're not able to account for, you have no business overseeing that kitty. So anyway, we are going to handle those issues later in our report. Is there any other query that has not been handled up to that point? I think we have handled most of the applications. Yes, Chairman.
Yeah, my final concern about the justice. I have seen them presenting more than 4 justices and of different colors from what we have captured, we have in the photos. So, they are very much different from what they are holding in the photo. I have submitted the photo.
Oh, you have submitted?
Yeah.
That
So
is what you have submitted is what was bought.
Yeah, and them holding even the presence of the
So where does
petitioners.
this one come from?
No, I don't know.
Let me confirm.
How can he prove that?
No, he's saying holding.
Holding.
Yes.
How can we know that he's holding?
You.
The verdict.
You holding.
You are here.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at the photos here.
How old is that photo?
Yes.
Oh.
How can you know the texture of our clothes?
When you're
holding?
You are receiving.
It is the color. The
Plus,
color
we
first.
don't know.
Color. How hot. We don't know.
This is what I received. This one is for eagles. This is what I received.
But what you shared.
Well, I've seen another one with different colors here.
No, this one is for spikers. They were here. I wasn't sure. Hata ndio hii imeshikwa hapa. It is in the park. The captain is here.
So it is for different
Ndio hiyo.
teams.
Yes, different teams.
You know what you share, you is what we capture. It's not from. But he will share something different from what you have, and will take it as what you got. Tunaelewana? Mtu usitulete ile ya yule na useme ndio yangu, si ndivyo?
Ilikuwa kwenye gunia, ilikuwa imefungwa, sisi tunaweka kwenye gunia.
Nimelalamika sababu hii uniform si ile original. Mimi niko na miaka 10 na kitu. Na mimi nakuanga mbiashara. Kwa hivyo hii uniform hapo nunua sport house.
Of course, out. We'll talk about 50, my friend.
Na kitu kingine,
This quality uniform,
hata hii bodi ya huyu, mimi nilikuwa huyu amelalamika kuna timu ngapi? Nne huyu. Akasema timu moja ninunulie mpira. Hiyo ya 35 imekuja. Mimi nikiwa captain nikaishika hivyo. Huyu akiwa hapo tu nikamwambia hii
defect.
Risiti hakuna.
The issue is transparency. Because wale walienda kununua, hatusemi walinunua mbaya ama nzuri, because with that amount you can't get good uniform. But at least bring the receipt and tell us, I bought here at this amount, so that people stop questioning. Because if you don't provide evidence like we are asking in this committee, we want documented evidence. If you can't provide evidence, tutakuwekelea vitu. Yeah? Even the department, if you have no documentation for whatever you're saying, tutawawekelea. So let us just move on and agree that there are accountability issues. I think we need to conclude. Members need to go into other businesses.
Before you conclude, Chair, I have to say something.
The treasurer had
from
a
the
receipt.
chair, then you finish.
Yeah.
Chair, I would want to say.
And then the director. Sorry.
I can have some time to call and confirm from the treasurer of the previous council. He had a receipt.
Did you provide the receipt when it was asked?
It was posted on the group.
You show us on the group.
So
you see the issues now.
Now,
please provide the evidence later when you get it. You share with them.
share with me.
Member, Honorable Emali, sorry, Honorable.
Chair, call for order. Call
Yes,
for order.
order. The member for Emali is on the floor.
You need to call the director first, and then call your conclusion.
Are we concluding?
Yes.
Are we concluding and we are still 5?
So who should finish first? Because the director akiongea kila mtu ataongea on that bench.
No, not everybody can speak.
On the CEO, the director and the CEO.
Okay. Through the chair, as we conclude this matter.
Director?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chair, as we conclude this matter, all these people come from Emali Mulala ward, and they all belong to the sporting fraternity, where we do sports with them. Much as we have a petition that has been running, it is good that these people, the matters that they have, because it is very clear from the issues raised. Yes, there are gaps from different quarters, but as those gaps are being seen, there is an element that is very clear, that as the processes for anything started, there was mutual consent. There was agreement, and things would move up to a certain point, and that is where now, after a long time, a dissatisfaction is raised. If they feel they cannot resolve their issues, it is good they even tell this committee the exact things that is a trouble. Because we can live in this paper for even a week trying to understand the theories, the English, the what, and we leave this place and we don't get sports progressing in Emali Mulala. So if before they leave, all of them, the parties, even if the issues can be said here, if they need Mheshimiwa, if they need us, let them say the exact things that are ailing them. Because even an issue of uniform, as an experienced coach, you cannot receive uniform and go home and then you realize it was poor quality. You also know the amount of money that you allocated. You know what you expect. You know those things have come up here. So we could be here trying to solve a problem, but we may not have hit
the nail on the head.
Now we have local politics, we have perceptions, we have bitterness in some people. They need to say, na kama kuna kitu wanataka waokolewe, mtu aseme mimi nina uchungu sababu sijapata hii na hii na hii. Because there is a lot that is in this group that has not come up.
And it's just a representation of...
There are a lot of issues surrounding this petition that have not come here. And we also want the sports in Emali, Mulala, and in any other ward to progress very well. So we have dealt with this. This is paperwork in a kalamu, lakini me, I still feel there are issues that they need to say so that their own, so that they can say mimi nilikasirishwa na hii, mwenye alifanya makosa ambayo usifanye hivi, ile inaweza rudishwa, irudishwe, ikuje tu kwa laini wasonge. Kwa hivyo ni sawa, lakini wakienda bila kusema, I don't know how many times they come back here. Thank you.
Ile kitu mbaya na ni kitu ambayo inafinya wachezaji na sana sana watu wenye wanafuatilia mambo ya football. Kitu ya kwanza, hakuna kitu mbaya kama dictatorship. Yaani mtu akikudictate, hakuna kitu utafanya, upende usipende, utake usitake. Juu maybe kuna sababu inafanya ufinyiliwe na huyu mtu. Maybe mimi niko na talanta ya kucheza mpira, lakini kuna mahali ninaona hapandi mzuri. Kuna mahali naona tunafinyiliwa. Nikijaribu niongee, nitatolewa kwa hiyo michezo. Nitafukuzwa kwa hiyo michezo. Itabidi either nicheze nikiwa nafinywa ama mambo ya mpira niachane naye na niende nikalime. Kuliko kukaa na viongozi wale wanaoongoza na hawataki kuwasikiza. Hawataki kuwapea nafasi. Mimi kwanza chenye kinaniuma, mimi nachezanga draft. Sisi tuko na klabu yetu inaitwa Draft Club, wanga tunacheza draft. Na tulikuja tukaambiwa tu register ndio tuanze kucheza hiyo draft. Mara ya kwanza ni tuliregister. Tulipeana 100 kwa watu 5 sisi tu register. Wakati sijui pesa ilitoka juu, hatukuwa tunajua mambo ya hizo vitu. Sasa wakati huo tulikuwa tunaanza, tukaitwa, tulipigwa na chama ni simu usiku, akatuita, akatuambia kuna pesa nataka niwapee. Tukamuuliza ni pesa ya nini? Akatuambia ni pesa ya draft, nataka niwapee. Juu sisi kwa wakati huo hatukuwa tunajua chenye maybe tukicheza tunaweza pewa, tulikubali tukapewa. Jua tu kujua. Then tukakuja mara ya pili sasa. Kuambiwa tu register. Tukatoa 100 tukaregister pesa ya draft. Wakati pesa ya draft, pesa za Ido Games zimetoka, mimi kama chairman wa Draft Club, hakuna pesa zilikuja mahali tuko. Hakuna pesa tulijua zimetoka mahali. Wakati tulifuatilia, tukaona kuna watu wamewekewa hizo pesa. Mmoja alikuwa amewekewa 60,000.
Ya draft.
Ido Games. Zetu zenye tunachezea zilikuwa 30. Tukauliza kwa nini pesa zetu hazikukuja kwa klabu yetu? Kwa nini ziende kwa mtu kwa klabu ya watu wengine na sisi tuko na tumeregister? Niliambiwa michezo yetu hatutawaicheza.
Na nani?
Chairman na mdogo wake na secretary, mdogo wa secretary. Niliambiwa michezo yetu imeishia hapo. Na kama hatungepata njia ya kukuja hapa, mimi nilikuwa nimekufa moyo, hata tuachane na mambo ya sports.
Mlicomplainia kwa nani ama this is the first time you're complaining? Tumeambiwa mtu acheza tena.
Unajua?
Did you tell anyone?
Huko nje kuko na maisha ngumu yenye utapishana njia.
Ni kweli. Kwa hivyo ukajua pale unaweza sema.
Wakati huo nilienda kukomplainia hiyo kitu.
Na yeye ndio anakufukuza.
Nilipata result yenye nilipata ni kunifukuza.
Thank you. I think we can hear all those things. There's a way we need to solve them. Member for Emali.
Chair, thank you very much. I want to appreciate this city and the committee. Secondly, it is always good to give a member ample time to appear before a committee. I've heard the chair say that he was called through a phone call at 7:30 in the morning. Remember, he should have come with a lot of information. So that maybe in future has to be considered. We give them ample time, maybe a formal invitation, so that they can come with them the document required. 2, accountability is a must. Anybody handling public resources, you must be accountable from whichever level. So value for money has and must be attained, because if you have money for A, B, C, D, then we require the head research to be as such. So, and what are the most problems here, which are, and before I make a request, I request you can give me your, lend me your ear. The adherence to the laid down regulations. Because what we are going through is because of non-adherence to the laid down regulations or the approved regulation. We are hit that the regulations were honored, we could have would not be at this level. So I think that has been picked from the implementers, because this has to come from the implementers. Before you retreat, Chair, I have to make a very humble request that you invite the council, because it has been advancedly mentioned entirely, so that at least you can listen and hear from them on matters of those agreements. Finally, I have just gone through online marketing and I realized that a jersey from the sports house is costing that 500 a piece, a pair. The jersey with us here has costed 550 shillings. So that can tell you the difference on qualities. And this calls for allocation during resources. When we are doing allocation and where meetings are being held, then we need to agree what quality are we intending to purchase. So what amount is required to be allocated for the same. Those are issues we need to raise them. Finally, the allocation for the young ones, that which calls for justification, finally, the allocation for the young ones is very vital. Because if we are talking about talent nurturing, you can only nurture talent to a young one. So that has to be considered, maybe to the council and our implementers. When you are giving advisors, that is the clientele target. Because I have witnessed this from the camps from my ward. We have champions from my ward. We have trophies, international trophies from my ward, from those camps, from the young ones. And I will encourage every other person to pick from that ward what is being happening in Emali, because it is unique. It is not happening in any other ward in this county. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I think we may not have much to say because we will make the report and give our recommendations. Members, if you agree, we need to finalize. So I want to thank everyone for coming and for your time. We have heard you, petitioners. Msione kama hatujasikia. So I wish to conclude honestly. Tumechelewa sana. It's almost 3. Hatuwezi maliza every other person's contribution. Lakini when we do the report, we shall share with the petitioners. I will take just one from you na tumalizie hapo, please.
Okay, thank you. Mimi ile kitu nataka kuongelea, tukiwa hapa Njusi kuna upelelezi tulikuwa tunaambiwa inafanya katika hiyo uwanja tunasesea. Na katika hiyo uwanja tunasesea tuko na timu zaidi ya 5 ile zinaseseanga hapo. Na mimi nikiwa captain, saa hii kuna vijana wangapi? 2 tumewafanyia shopping tukawapeleka shule. Hata saa hii Maruke yenyewe mwenye anajua Maruke, wakati Maruke ametoka Eviani alikuja Madrid akachukuliwa na yule kijana mwingine anaitwa Kalau. Huyo Maruke na kioko mwingine alikuwa hapa. Tulikuwa tunawalipia nyumba, tunawasiponza mpaka wanaendelea na masoezi. Na saa hii Maruke ako kwa serikali. Saa hii huyu mwalimu alikuwa anakatazwa kutrain hapo, ako na saiti ya watoto 8 wamepelekwa shule.
There are 25 in the list is here.
Sasa wakati mnasema hivyo na sisi hatukuwa na haja kuambia mwezi mmoja saa hii. Mimi mwenyewe nilienda nikaita vijana nikawaambia mbona mkuenda shule? Akaniambia wajua babangu hana kitu. Ni kwa nini una? Akaniambia sina matrix, sina pea na mwalimu alikuwa anatafuta shule. Mimi mwenyewe nimeita hao wanaume nikawaambia tutoeni pesa. Tupeleke hao wapi? Shule. Na sija kuambia chairman na tulikuwa tumekata. Kwa hivyo wakati mwingine tunaambiwa tusiendelee na mazoezi kutrendi watoto ni kama mnaua watoto. Sababu saa hii si Maruke kwa shule nini? Saa hii anapokea mshahara. Ule kioko wa nini wa matriko saa hii si ako Kenya Furisho. Sasa mkisema mwalimu asiendelee ama tusiendelee. Sio ni kuuawa hao vijana. Kwa hiyo mimi nilikuwa naomba tu mwalimu apewe nafasi yake endelee na kama kuna sheria, sababu pale Emali mimi nikisema hivyo niko na miaka 10 na kitu hapo. Kuna ile uchochezi iko hapo. Sababu wakati mwalimu ametrain pale kuna watu wanamchukia. Vijana wanaenda wananunua bangi kule wanakunywa, akitaka kukatia yule mtoto tukiwa hapo tunamwambia ondoka. Akitoka hapo anaenda akisikia hii timu ni mbaya, wanaenda kusema hao wazee ndio wanakaa na nini. Na sisi tuko hapa, sisi tuko na watoto na tuko na familia na tunasaidia watoto, lakini unasikia hii Emali ni mbaya. Njuzi huyu mnini kiongozi alikuwa na hao watoto wakati amewapata tu atakuwa mimi nilikuwa kazini nikapata gari, alafu kurudi nikauliza mlikuwa mnaambia mimi, tukaambia kuna maneno inaendelea hapa sio mbaya ya mwalimu. Kwa hivyo wakaanza kusema hata mimi nisikuje ama captain, nikamwambia enda mkuje, mkishikwa tutaenda kotini ina shida. Kwa hivyo mimi naomba mwalimu arudishiwe nafasi yake.
Thank you. Na kuelewa. No, we can't pick any more contributions.
Wacha tuongee itoke. Itoke madam.
Hatutawahi toka hapa kila mtu akitaka kuongea itoke. And we have kuna vitu zimesimama saa hii. Kuna vitu these officers need to go back. We can't be here all day.
We can conclude the official business for those who want to leave, they leave, so that we can even because the director said so, there is some, like my brother is taking a lot of sense. I've been to Emali for the longest time possible. But there are so many street children. That's a matter which need to be at. Now cascaded to another level. But now it's very good. The story is telling us.
It's a very good thing.
It's a good story. Yeah. But was that the business for today?
It was not the business.
But and I think Waziri was very clear. He said, hata huyo amesema the story here is deep. Amesema ni kitu it takes time. Tunataka tukae sana tuwaelewe. Because we may not know, but Kisui and the other team hata mheshimiwa na nyinyi mnaweza jua. We need to sit down with you.
Yes.
Na sio tuone kama there is another intervention. Wachana na hii 2 million tunaongelelea. More funding. It take care of those other issues.
Yes.
And Emali is among the fast growing towns. Is toward Mtwapa kind of town. But let's agree, issues ni mingi. We cannot solve it. But it's good, it's an eye opener. The report will also open our eyes. We go to the governor, we go to the department, we go to us. Mheshimiwa imefikia hata sisi tumefikiwa. We have interest in all over. We have interest in sport. We love what you are doing. But Chair, we need to conclude so that we can even
kindly allow us to conclude.
It's a prayer.
Allow us to conclude. Mimi ninawaelewa kabisa. I'm a sports person and I know what you're saying. Allow us to conclude. Sio, do you have something to say?
Due to interest of time, I would just want to tell this team, when you're out there, you are our ambassadors. Let's grow the sport together. Those talents we're talking about are going to help us, and we will be proud to see that probably where the torch is pointing at, there is light. And again, at the end of it all, you will not come from Emali Mulala to join me in Mutituande on the other side simply because there are issues on sports. So let's find a good way to solve all those things objectively.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, CEO. I wish to Mr. Charles, I know CEO amekuongelea. Asante. Let us conclude. I want to thank everyone for being in this forum. Ile kitu hatutakubali is the casual nature that I saw in the agriculture sector. I was sitting here when the mango scandal came up. I listened to officers wale wa field wakisema walikuwa na sign vitu hawajui. Unasainia the same person pesa, maembe hujaona, hujui hiyo jina, hujui origin of that farmer, and you're signing, and your job is well described. What you're supposed to do before getting there. And it was a very sad thing. Nataka kuomba CEO and director in the Department of Sports. There are things that are happening, even other things that we know as members that have not come up. These ones have come here. There was a petition from Boni the other day. And we can't hide everything under the carpet and say, tunafunika government. Because some of them are true. Many of them may not be true, but there is some truth. So you have to tell your officers on the ground to be proactive and to follow the law you have been told. Nini amwezi kubali ati mnaketi mna agree let us go and bring people, and the regulations don't say that. How will you come and endorse such a thing as an officer within the department? You will not run away from it. Na sisi hatutakuhurumia if we find you culpable, because at the end of the day the person who gets the matope is the governor. Yeah. And we are all here to protect his interest, and we are not going to allow the Directorate of Sports, the way Kisoi is such a serious man in sports and respected in this country, at sports no inapaka watu wetu matope. No, we are not going to agree. So we are going to be very vigilant, and we expect the best from our officers and everyone, and even the people who are elected to take care of the interest, because these officers can't be with the people all the time. That is an office given to you courtesy of the people, and you must account. Hakuna mtu wa account for public money. Even me, when I'm in this institution, we have a clerk who is the accounting officer, who when we call him here, he must tell us all those vote lines, how was it spent, because it is not his money. So you can't sit there and assume that watu wananipigia kelele, I'm not going to answer. No, they will impeach you, and they have every right to do that. So let us be careful what we are doing, because Ligi is going on. Let us be vigilant from now going forward, because we don't want to hear any more petitions from the ground. Our sports people are our voters. They are voters of these people, and we want them to be taken care of. And on top of that, we have been given this mandate by the people and by God to execute. Si kujiprotect, ama kujidefend, ama kujienrich. It is to take care of the people that God gave us mandate over. So thank you very much. We shall share the report, because it's expected as soon as we come back from recess, it will be among the first reports. Then we shall share with the department and the petitioners. Asanteni sana. We will not have lunch because of financial issues. Sorry, yeah, I had forgotten. As we usher out the petitioners, we kindly ask this bench to be left behind the department. Thank you.